Salute, unit. Salute. Salute. Not doing a roll call today, but I see everybody. A lot of coffees. What the fuck is the Ducks? Kick out. Oh, I got some tried and trues up in here, man. A lot of my tried and trues up in here. You're damn right, Juliana. I got Colin Cowherd in the background. All apologies, but I like to get amped up by my people as well. They talking sports behind me. What's up, everybody? We'll wait till we have at least 100 people up in here. I know it's the middle of the afternoon. People are at work, school. BC decides to go live. I tell ya. I tell you, man. I always go against the grain, don't I? I always do what they tell me not to do. What's up, everybody? Oh, we already got 100 up in here, man. We already got 50 on the ups, too. Thank you. All right. I'm going to just begin, man. You know, how much can I rant on this? But I got to be honest with you. Watching Rhea Ripley, who is somebody we all respect, and I don't think anybody thinks that this is going to be a bad match. Rhea Ripley versus Asuka. My problem isn't the match. My problem is a bigger issue. And this is a big, big issue. This is one of the downfalls of pro wrestling. If you don't see it, if you don't have a problem with Rhea Ripley going for the title at WrestleMania because it's going to be a good match, and she deserves it from last year's debacle because of Charlotte Flair, then you don't know the business. And or you don't care about the business. Because what has just happened, and you might not even realize it, which is good for you. You can live in your candy-coated world. That is awesome. I'm not going to dumb myself down to that level of stupidity. What has just happened is this woman just came up in her debut and said, I want a match at WrestleMania for the title. And Asuka's like, okay. And the match is made for 2 weeks. You can just literally ask for a championship match, and there's people on the interweb machine that are okay with this. In fact, they're dumbfounded. They're pissed off that other people have a problem with it. What is everybody complaining about? It's gonna be a good match. A good fucking match. I can think of a million good matches. I ask one thing. Get there in a reasonable way. Get there in an impactful, meaningful way where we can all enjoy it. Tell a story. If you have Rhea Ripley debuting 2 weeks before WrestleMania, then guess what? You're going to have to wait till SummerSlam to have that match, if you so choose to. But you had her come up and just say, I want a title match. And Asuka's like, okay. And no authority figure at all has a problem with this. If you're talking realism, right? Because people like BC, we try to follow any semblance of a story that is put in front of us. We know it's all bullshit, but we try, right? Like Naomi, realistically, if they said Naomi is going to take on Asuka in 2 weeks at WrestleMania, it's no harm, no foul. It's not like they had anybody for Asuka anyway for the last 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months while she's been champion. Naomi actually beat Asuka several weeks ago. Do you guys remember that? She beat her. She pinned Asuka. Beat her. So realistically, I could see Naomi saying, I want a title shot. And you could build it beautifully. I don't care if you gotta work with Naomi the whole day on her promo, but you have her tell Asuka in a promo, for you, it's just another title defense. For me, this is my whole career on the line, basically. I've been at the lowest of lows. I've been at the highest of highs with the championship. You would like to win at WrestleMania and keep your title. I have to win that championship. And I would have Naomi, and you guys know I'm high on Naomi, I would have her lose at WrestleMania. So the world would fall apart if she lost, basically. Her career would crumble. That's how she's making it sound. So there's a lot on the line. And Asuka comes out the winner. So no harm, no foul. Naomi gets a big fucking match. She's relevant. She's in the title picture. Asuka comes out looking more badass than ever before. She had a big Mania title defense. There's something she's never fucking had. Realism. I'm just giving you Naomi as one example. Here's another one for you. Alexa Bliss. She has nothing for WrestleMania. She's going to be in the corner of The Fiend, I'm sure, somehow, or a part of that. But Alexa Bliss is 5-0 in her last 5 matchups, singles. She's beaten Nikki Cross a couple of times. She's even beat Asuka twice. And Randy Orton even, of course. How does she not get a title match? So you can win, you can beat the champion supposedly, which everybody does in Vince's company anyway. But none of that matters. You can just show up and say, I want a title match. How is that? And there's people that are dumbfounded by this, all because it's gonna be a good match, they think. By the way, don't be so sure. Vince McMahon might only give them 10 minutes and have some fuck finish like a fruit roll-up or some shit. So don't be convinced it's gonna be a great match. Of course they can be such. What is the... We just shit on AEW for doing this with Christian, and they corrected it a little bit. They had Christian come out and say, listen, I understand I have to get some wins under my belt, but I'll see you, Omega, down the road. So they corrected it. If we're going to shit on it in AEW, you damn sure better bet we're going to do it in WWE like we always do. You can't just show up and declare a title match because, as I just aforementioned, hopefully I did it correctly, I mentioned it. Hopefully it was full throttle, known, understandable. What I am trying to say, you can't do it because it affects the story progression of everybody else. It makes everybody look like an idiot. You see the thumbnail? You see the little emoji with the glasses and the fucking buck teeth like a big fucking nerd? Yeah, because you make your entire roster look like nerds, look like idiots. Because all they had to do was ask for a title match, and Asuka says okay, and no authority figure. So the graphic is going to be put out to us in about 2 minutes. You made everybody look like a fool last night, and this company always does such. It's like somebody, I think, it went fast. Somebody said Goldberg, for instance. Exactly like Goldberg, right? We shit on Goldberg for it. What the fuck do you think I'm not going to do it just because it's Rhea Ripley? Just because it's Rhea, we're going to give it a pass? That is just one layer of many issues. Why are we waiting just 2 weeks from Mania to even give Asuka an opponent? And don't even give me the Charlotte Flair bullshit. It was supposed to be Charlotte, but she ended up getting the Pandemco. So now she's at home. It was originally supposed to be her and Lacey, but then Lacey got pregnant, and then Charlotte got the co. No, you're still giving us bullshit at the last minute. Because you know they were going to do Charlotte at the last minute, so nobody could complain for a great amount of time. Because they knew nobody wanted to see Charlotte take the title from fucking Asuka. So they still would have waited till about 2 or 3. I think last night was when they were going to announce Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. If that was the way they were going to go. I don't think that was going to be announced weeks ago. So don't give me that bullshit either. Asuka had nothing for Fastlane. Asuka has nothing for WrestleMania. A rushed contest with Rhea, which she'll probably drop the fucking belt to, by the way. Asuka has had nothing for the last 7 months, but there's people that are okay with this style of bullshit. You realize, guys, that half the card almost of WrestleMania was booked just last night? Do you realize that everybody just went out there and said, I want a blah, blah, blah match? And the person in the ring was like, okay. Miz is like, I want a match, Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny's like, okay. You had fucking Rhea Ripley say, I want a title match. Asuka was like, okay. Braun Strowman is like, I want a match with you. Blah, blah, blah. Shane McMahon. Shane's like, okay. Bray Wyatt, who's my boy, man. I love Bray Wyatt. He points up at the sign, and all of a sudden, literally 20 seconds later, they already have a graphic for WrestleMania made. Tell me that didn't look stupid. The Fiend points at the sign, Orton's down and out, and a graphic pops up saying WrestleMania because he pointed to the sign. So you don't even have to accept challenges. You just got a point these days. And the graphic is made. And you're telling me that Vince is putting in the care and the time into his product? Of course not. So why are the fans supposed to sit there with our wooden spoons and bowls and say, please, sir, can I have some more? Don't expect fans to dumb themselves down to your fucking level just because you want to accept everything Vince takes in. Take it right up the fucking how you doing shoot. That's on you. Good afternoon, Amp Unit, morning, wherever you are in the world. Sorry it's not under happier circumstances, but what I saw last night on Raw, somehow this company keeps sinking lower and fucking lower. Last night they rushed, they panicked, and they hotshot booked half of the Mania card in one fucking night because they had Elimination Chamber to worry about, they had Fastlane to worry about, they had business behind the scenes with Peacock. And who knows whatever else fucking cock Vince is working with. And lost in the shuffle was their biggest show of the year, WrestleMania. You don't gotta like what I'm saying, brah. You ain't even gotta like me. I'll be the mean fucking YouTuber, the boogeyman, the bad man with the black hat. He's always negative and he's always such an asshole. That's fine. You can call me names all you want, bro. I'm grown, I got big fucking muscles, I can take care of my dome piece. Brah, you gotta look in the mirror and start telling yourself the truth because you ain't fooling nobody else. This product is on life support. This product sucks worse than it's ever sucked previous. And if you're okay with Rhea Ripley just coming in and saying, I want a title match at WrestleMania in 2 weeks, then you don't respect Asuka and her title reign, you don't respect the championships, you don't respect the product. And you literally don't know what you're talking about. If you have an opinion, that's fine. Opinions are great. I mean, I hate them, but they're okay to have. For me, opinions are like assholes. They're usually full of shit and everybody's got one. But you can have your opinion. But when it affects the greater landscape of the actual company of pro wrestling, then I am asking you first before I am going to tell you, you have to understand the business. This makes everybody look like a joke. You can just ask for a title match at WrestleMania? Every other female is kicking themselves right now. We'll go over this fucking show. I saw a lot of supers come in again. What's up, unit? Sorry this isn't under more happier circumstances, but with 2 weeks to go till WrestleMania, what I saw last night was absolute fucking tragic bullshit. Mr. Anything for Salinas with 2 coffees and a 10 spot. Thanks, brother. Insert Oprah Winfrey. You get a title shot. You get a title shot. You get a title shot. Everyone gets a title shot. Sometimes I wish you can get hired by WWE so you can tell Vince to cut the shit. I tell you, Mr. Anything, man, if I ever get within an ear's glance, a fucking glimpse, or an ear's way away from Vince McMahon, he's gonna hear about it. We're gonna talk about it. Thank you, Mr. Anything for Salinas. It literally is an Oprah Winfrey moment every single show for this company. Come out and ask, you shall receive. Thank you for the coffees, dude. Christopher Blackshear up in here with a coffee, $4.99. Braun with train noises. Rhea just asking for a title match. They're just booking this Mania card with 3 weeks to go. This is just stupid. Ryback. Christopher, even worse. It's less than 3 weeks away, bro. I know that's tough to even think about. Because it hurts your dome piece even more. I know it does mine. But it's less than 3 weeks, bro. And they just tried to fill the whole card last night. As far as Braun with the train noises, he did, didn't he? I was literally I was getting a drink in the fucking kitchen, and I could have sworn, I looked up, I'm like, was that a train? Like, I spend a lot of time on trains. I'm always traveling, planes, trains, automobiles. I'm used to that, but I thought I was starting to hear that shit. Braun had a fucking train effect, didn't he? Thank you, Christopher. I thought he did. What the fuck? They're trying to find any way to ruin this guy, so when they finally cut the strings and let him go, he'll be fucking damaged goods. Sad, man. Braun actually had a chance on the main roster 4 different times. Now he's got train noises. Choo choo, chaga chaga, stupid. Christopher, thanks, brother. Choo choo chugga chugga stupid. Carlos, what's up, dog? That coffee 5-spot BC. Rhea getting a title shot so soon is wrong. It's beyond wrong, Carlos. And we like Rhea. I mean, I'm not a big fan of her like a lot of people, but I understand what she brings. I'm hoping I see more. There has to be more appeal on the main roster than there was in NXT. It's easy to be a big fish in a small pond, but when you are a smaller fish in a big pond, you got to do a lot more work. That's why a lot of these NXT superstars, it's a false sense of hope. They're doing great in NXT. They got to remember, not only are you fighting the demands of Vince McMahon in WWE, and he's going to try to ruin you every which way possible, but you also have to adapt to a lot of other circumstances, situations, and occasions. So I have to see a lot more from Rhea. But yeah, she can't just show up, man. I will say this about anybody. You can't just show up and ask for a title shot and get it. You have to earn it because it's a title. You are making championships look so foolish. Nobody is going to believe in a championship anymore. You have Matt Riddle last night scootering around. He's literally rolling around on a scooter past a bunch of superstars, annoying the shit out of them. And nobody even took a second glance at his United States Championship. Did you guys notice that? Nobody even wants titles anymore. They don't care. It's like, oh, you know what? I have WrestleMania free. I'm going to go ask for a title match at the last minute. That's what it seemed like for Rhea. Nobody even wants Matt Riddle's United States Championship. Nobody. Apollo will be the only one going for Big E's IC Championship because who the fuck wants it other than Sami Zayn protesting his life away? These titles are so meaningless. It seems like nobody wants them. Nobody sure as hell cares about them anymore because there's no competition for them. You can just ask, and you can easily say, BC, you're making a bigger deal than it is, bro. I am not. I am literally, I gave you a couple of, if you follow story progression or matches with any sense of common sense and logic, Naomi would be first. She pinned Asuka. Alexa Bliss pinned Asuka twice. I'm sure I could go through the roster and have a couple more names that would be in there before Rhea Ripley. And it's only 2 weeks away that they announced it. So don't give me any bullshit that this is going to ruin WrestleMania if you put in Naomi. Bullshit. Carlos, that's a long-winded answer. I agree, man. Thank you for the coffee. Good to see you up in here. Dino, 10 spot. What up, Dino? What's up, BC? On the road right now. We'll catch the vid later. By the way, what the fuck was that, Rhea? Just ask for a match and boom, it's official? Laugh my ass off. I can't with this company. We should all ask for a title opportunity. I'm literally thinking about going to Tampa Bay, Florida, strolling into Mania, and if any security tries to stop me, I'm going to say, no, I asked for a title match. Let me through. I asked for a title match. What the fuck are you doing? Dino, absolutely, dude. Thank you. Easy does it. 5-spot coffee. What up, Easy does it? Where is the effort? What the fuck has happened to storytelling and logic? This WrestleMania season is so underwhelming. Shake my head. Easy does it. Bro, I don't know. Easy does it. I'm telling you right now, I was watching this program and I was like, man, befuddled, disappointed. I was just enraged even that nobody is putting care into this. Nobody thought to do this months ago, weeks ago, days ago. I can't even explain how I watch WWE now. It's almost a lethargic, depressing, disappointing feeling. Almost like watching my New York Knicks. So for anyone that says if you don't like it, just don't watch it. Well, no, I'm going to keep watching my Knicks. I'll keep watching my Yankees when they suck, my Packers, and pro wrestling. But this is sad, man. It's really fucking sad. Easy does it. That's the best way I can answer that. PB Sillapride with a 2-spot. No comment needed. Just showing the love and support. Thank you, PB Sillapride. War Dog. What up, War Dog, with that coffee? I see you. 5-spot for the War Dog. BC Amplify. You talk the talk and walk the walk. Here's a coffee on me, my brother. Hey, War Dog. Thanks, man. Thanks for being a tried and true member of this unit. It's people like you that makes the unit the very best in this community. I appreciate that, War Dog. Sheriff Rivers. I don't know. I always want to say Sharif. I'm going to give you a little fucking chutzpah on that name, even. Sheriff Rivers. 5-spot coffee. Thank you, Sheriff. Choo-choo, Braun. What the fuck, he says. Sheriff Rivers. I don't know, man. You're a sheriff. Lock this dude up. Or make sure he doesn't fucking ever do that choo-choo shit again. I don't understand. Again, I thought I was hearing shit last night, but now that Christopher Blackshear and it looks like you, Sheriff Rivers, have now confirmed it, I have to go back and make sure, like, that's actually what happened. They added sound effects when he does his little fucking Strowman Express shoulder majigger. Oh, Sheriff Rivers, I don't know, man. I tell ya. Dave Mealy, $4.99 coffee. Thank you, Dave. I watched JD from New York's post-Raw show last night. He gave you a lot of love last night. Good to see you're not alone in this fight against stupid booking. Yeah, man, it's good to have somebody you can bounce off. We're not going to agree on a lot of things. I think we disagree on The Fiend, Hardcore, and other things. But when it comes to pro wrestling, it's good to have another dude like JD to bounce our ways and beliefs of pro wrestling off of one another. Because sometimes you get jaded and you start to see all the stupidity in the community on the interweb machine. And you start to think, has wrestling passed me by? Am I the only one thinking it about wrestling this way? Is storytelling passé? Is selling a thing of the past? Should this person be able to just ask for a title opportunity? Is fruit roll-up after fruit roll-up okay? Should we be seeing one 8-man tag after another? To me, none of this is okay, you know? So it's always good to have somebody bounce the way you're thinking off and them residualize that right back to you, man. Bring it right back to you and say, no, you're exactly right, man. So yeah, we disagree on a lot, but when it comes to the basic of pro wrestling and the knowledge and where it needs to be and go, we're pretty much on the same fucking page. And that's why I say in this community, in a land of a lot of schmucks, JD is absolutely on my my amplified side. So, yeah. Thank you, Dave Mealy. Chelsea Elaine with a 2-spot. Blonde Bombshell Brigade. Rhea bypassed everyone. She just had to dye her hair, and there she is. That's right. She learned. Chelsea. She fucking learned. I tell you. I tell you, man. No kidding. Chelsea, I didn't even think of that. She went blonde and got shit. Yeah, Vince is like, what? Who's the new blonde? Vince, that's Rhea Ripley. You had her lose to Charlotte last year for her own NXT championship. Oh, seriously? I didn't remember she was blonde. Well, shit. Put her in there and have her take Asuka's title. Vince, Mania's two weeks away. She hasn't even had a match on the main run. Nah, she's blonde. I had to. I don't apologize for that. Nah. I don't apologize for that. Guys, I'm not getting all the super. You guys are fucking coming in hardcore. You guys are fucking kicking ass in the chat, and some of them have already took off, unfortunately. So I won't get them until probably after the stream. So I'll give you a shout out in the very next vid, I promise. Dave Mealy, thank you for the call. I'll still get the call, don't worry, and I'll give you a shout out. Dave Mealy, $4.99, another coffee. Let's not forget that Rhea is replacing Charlotte. Charlotte is in Vince's doghouse. Yeah, with the whole Andrade shit. Now, well, she's got Co now is what we're hearing, so now she's definitely resting at home. We wish her nothing but the best. But doghouse or not, I still think Charlotte was walking away with that championship. And now I wouldn't put it past Rhea Ripley to walk away with the championship. And I just feel there's other names first, man. Let Rhea Ripley at least identify herself to the casual fans that don't even know this woman. And now she's going to be in their championship match at Mania. Dave Mealy, thanks, brother. Lorenzo Felch with a 2-spot. BC, love the podcast. Thank you, Lorenzo. Thank you for the kind words. I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. We're a little bit more pissed off in this stream, but hopefully entertaining nonetheless. Thank you, Lorenzo. Chelsea Elaine with another 2-spot says, damn train effects. Damn train sounds, my bad. With Braun. Hashtag cement wall. Straight through. Chugga chugga choo choo. Straight into a cement wall, Chelsea. I'm with you. Christopher Blackshear, $1.99. Asuka is 0-3 at Mania. She needs this win. I know. Tell that to the old man, Christopher Blackshear. I've been screaming for the last 4+ years on this channel about what needs to be done. Dude doesn't give a fuck, bro. You know what I mean? I seriously think that this is going to be a, Sorry, gotta get fucking comfortable here, man. Broke out the old the old lifting hoodie, man. Now I'm a little bit restricted. Fucking belts are banging out. Yeah, man, I've been screaming top of my fucking lungs for the past 4+ years. He just doesn't comprehend. You know, this guy used to be a genius, Vince McMahon. He really was, guys, back in the day. I mean, he made power moves, and you were like, fuck, what a risk, and it would pay off. And now you're looking at a dude who, I don't even know how he puts his shoes on in the morning. I really don't. Christopher, thank you, brother. The Life of Jay. $4.99 coffee. Usually people learn from their mistakes, but with Vince, it's another story. He keeps doubling and tripling down because not only is he stubborn, but he's just becoming more older and older. And I'm not even picking on him for that. We're all getting older. But he's not getting any more in tune with the product. So you mix that with his stubbornness, and this dude is just more concerned with squeaking and literally sucking out every penny he can from any outlet, any fucking way possible. And he doesn't care about the product, where it's going to be in next year, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. He no longer cares. He wants right now to suck out every penny he can out of you. That'll work for now. That'll get you richer right now. But once you start selling all your outlets, I mean, you just sold your own soul to the devil. Your own pride and joy, the WWE Network, is now owned by Peacock. Good luck ever getting a $1 billion television deal like you got from Fox. That's never going to happen again. Their ratings are under 2 there. They were expecting much higher. You'll never get that $1 billion again from Fox or any other station. Good luck getting $10 million from Saudi Arabia or any other country. Nobody's going to give you that because the product is so bad now. So you're literally getting the last of your big payday heydays. This is the last of it. Because the product is so fucking bad, you're dooming yourself for the future. Thank you, Life of J. Absolutely correct. Jared9 Gaming, 5 spot. Thank you, Jared9. Good to see you up in here. BC, I've set up a Discord for us, which allows us to chat like this without you needing to be live. The link is to join on my channel's description. Appreciate it, JR9. I don't know if the link is going to show, though. Usually, the YouTube does not allow links and things of that nature. But if you were able to do it, pretty badass, man. Yeah, I don't understand third-party sites and all that, so... But I appreciate it, man. You guys are much more tech-savvy than BC. Appreciate it, dude. And, yeah, I just don't think the tube is going to allow... Or even the Word. I think the Word is even... Discord and other third-party sites are... There's a word for it. They're, like, blacklisted, so the comment won't even pop up half the time. I think. Maybe I'm fucking wrong. I don't know. Thank you, Jared9. Dave Mealy, another $4.99 coffee. Vince doesn't learn from his mistakes. He simply doesn't care about them. 100%, Dave. Did I go over that? Oh, that's almost like what Life of Jay said. Exactly right, Dave. It's good to know we all are on the same wavelength here, man. For sure. J Football Alive. What up, J Football Alive? We are now expected to believe that Kevin Dunn is doing some Harry Potter shit to come up with graphic seconds after break points at the Mania sign. What the fuck? Absolutely, J Football Alive. And I can't even blame Kevin Dunn on this. I won't blame Kevin Dunn. I won't blame Bruce Pritchard. I won't blame Do Nothing Diana, the front desk receptionist in Stanford. I won't blame the 617 creative or lack thereof writers right now. It's gotten to the point where on this channel we only blame one person, Vince McMahon, because one person is overseeing that graphic go up. Sure, Kevin Dunn is getting it together. One person is ordering it / approving it. And that's Vince McMahon. Bray points up at the sign and 20 seconds later the graphic is up. How is that possible? J Football Alive, man. Magic wand, Harry Potter shit. That's what I always say, brah. Danny Green's up in here with a couple of coffees. Nice to know it's WrestleMania season. When can we get excited for it? I want a title match. Who's available for an amplified WrestleMania beating? I'm sure someone is free for me. Red team, go! That's all you gotta do, Danny Green. If you want, just ask. Ask for a match, you'll get it in 2 weeks. Ask for a championship, you'll get it. I'm pretty sure things are so bad in that company, if you ask to just be the champion, you're gonna get the title. I mean, R-Truth just did it 2 weeks ago. He went up to the baddest bunny in all the land, and he said, can I just have my title back? And Bad Bunny looks at it, and even Bad Bunny was like, what am I doing with this? This is stupid. He gave his title away. He just gave it to R-Truth. R-Truth just asked to be champion again, and he became champion again. How pathetic. Danny Green, WrestleMania season. When you get excited, let me know, and I'll do the same. Strict Tango with a 5-spot coffee. Strict Tango. Thank you, man. BC, WWE should have been a lot better with the current roster they have today if booked correctly. It's sad to see WWE compared to what it used to be. Bro, Strict Tango, I came across images just yesterday. I don't know how I came across these images, but they were with Stone Cold and Vince McMahon's beef back in the day, and Stone Cold would ride in with a beer truck, and he sprayed down the McMahon family and the Authority. And then there was another time where he drove out a beer truck, got on top of it, started clashing beers. And then there was a time where a cement truck, I mean, that whole storyline. And around that same time, man, The Rock was really coming into his own. The Undertaker was doing cool shit. Kurt Angle had the wrestling thing down with Shawn Michaels and Benoit and Eddie Guerrero. They were coming in a year or two later. I mean, pro wrestling was where it was at. WWE, Monday Night Raw, I mean, that was the place to be. You could tell that the superstars knew that this was like the Super Bowl. Every Monday felt like the Super Bowl. Raw is War, and the music would hit, and they weren't just pyro. It was like thunderous blasts. That was the pyro. And it was Raw is War, and it was just jamming, man, and it would start off with the glass shattering, and you know you were in for 2 hours back then of captivated. You were on the edge of your seat, man, and when it was over, you were talking with your buddies about all the fucking epic shit that happened, what you had to tune into next week. You were cliffhung on 4 or 5 different storylines. Now, not only is it not the place to be, it looks like the wrestlers don't even want to be there. You look at the Thunderdome people, they're half asleep. The people at home are asleep. Yeah, Strict Tango, it is so fucking sad to see what has happened to this company and pro wrestling at large. Thank you, Strick. Slamming Sammy Joe. Becky beating Charlotte for the belt at SummerSlam. At this point, I would welcome Becky back. I was never a big supporter of Becky. Always loved Rebecca Quinn. Always enjoyed Becky's work that she did, the busted nose moment and all that stuff and the visual. But I was never really high on her. At this point, this division could desperately use her and Ronda Rousey. Bring her back as well. I don't know what it would do, though. Would Vince just continue his bullshit booking with them as well? Most likely. Slamming Sammy Joe. Thank you. Man. Oh, you guys are, man, there's so many super. I haven't even gotten to hour number 1 on the review, guys. I'm not even joking. Several hundred of you already in here. Sorry, not so. I haven't even gotten to hour number 1. We're just going over super still. You guys are rocking it, man. Kenneth Maynor with a $4.99 coffee. Thank you, Kenneth. Shame Bailey has no plan for Mania. Make the special guest referee for Banks and Bianca, and then ship her to Raw to feud with Rhea. I forgot all about Bailey, Kenneth. I don't even have a good answer for you because I forgot about Bailey. Just like I forgot about Jeff Hardy even being on the roster until he went out there for a squash match last night. Forgot about Bailey, Kenneth. You could say that, I'm sure, about a lot of people on that roster. Absolutely agree, Kenneth. Mr. Block Ice 22 with a 2-spot. A hot potato storylines and booking. No meaning. The whole company, Mr. Block Ice 22, has no meaning. And it's been that way. I can't even say it's this week, this month, or this year. It's been that way for years. Over a decade, I saw the decline. Thank you, Mr. Block Ice 22. JR9 Gaming, another 5-spot coffee, says The Fiend vs. Orton is the only match that feels like a Mania match. I can't wait for it, and thinking about The Fiend's Mania entrance is giving me goosebumps. I'm a big Bray Wyatt fan, so yeah, obviously I'm with you, JR9 Gaming. That's one of the matches I am absolutely looking forward to, and I knew that that's a match we were going to get. They've been building for so long with Alexa and Randy, but I wish there was more. I'm going to wait until I get to the end of this review and I go over it. But I wish there was more last night than just the finger point, and then all of a sudden the graphic appears. Same thing I'm going to bitch, complain, moan, and rant about with Rhea Ripley is the same thing I'll say even about my boy The Fiend. You got to have something better than point, match made. Ask, match made. It's got to be more. But that's what happens when you're rushed. That's what happens when you're only a couple weeks away. Vince is like, just get the graphic up. Let everyone know that we had a plan all along. No, you didn't, bro. GR9 Gaming, thank you, brother. And I concur with that message, man. I can't wait to see The Fiend's entrance, man. The Fiend is one of the only bright spots on this whole fucking dreadful show. Novaz, 10 spot, couple of coffees. Novaz says Braun's 4-year decline has been one of the most depressing things to watch. At this point, I will put Kane over Braun. Big Show combined, and it's not even close. Also, who's greater to you, Taker or Cena? Taker means much more. If you're a diehard Cena fan, you're going to say Cena, but Taker is way more important to the business. So Taker easily, especially more specifically to my own liking, Undertaker, Novaz. And as far as Braun's 4-year decline, yeah, man, because several times in that 4-year decline, once a year, you'll notice they give Braun a push. You think he's finally going to be something, and then they reel him right back in. They swipe the rug from underneath his feet, and they make him look like a fucking joke. Now more than ever, with these choo-choo, chugga-chugga, stupid sounds that they gave to him. Big Nang with a 5 spot. Big Nang, what up? BC, you saw my comment yesterday on the Fastlane good, bad, and the ugly on the WWE title picture, question mark? I didn't get to see any comments yesterday, Big Nang. Hopefully I'll have the time to later this week. Have Edge versus Bryan night 1. Then winner face Reigns night 2. How's that sound? Well, you can't because Edge won the Royal Rumble, so he doesn't need to have a qualifying match. I mean, I understand what you're saying, Big Nang. Make it a little bit more fun. But you can't do that because that will go against everything that I preach on this channel. Things need to make sense. You can't just now have Edge no longer the #1 contender because he hit Daniel Bryan with a chair. So unfortunately, Big Nang, I have to say that's an N-O on that one. But I understand the meaning behind it. J Football Alive, 199. Braun sounds like he's been possessed by Nicholas. Braun, come on, I got your cherry Capri Sun. Hold on, Nicholas, it's not time for recess yet. I gotta get Shane to get these hands. All right, but I might take all your cherry Capri Sun. Nicholas is fucking dangling it in front of him. J Football Alive, thanks, brother. Kelvin Arroyo. Kelvin with a coffee, $4.99. Been a while, Ant-Man. Been catching up on the live streams, though. Hoping both Asuka and Io retain their titles. Also, Love Io has been carrying NXT. Yeah, Kelvin Arroyo. I am more hanging on everything Io Shirai does than almost everybody in WWE's main roster. Io Shirai is how you book a champion. Io Shirai is how you make a title prestigious. The epic matches that she's having, she's not hot potatoing with anybody. They don't have her giving it to somebody and 2 months later it's back to no. It's just a badass title reign. I love Io anyway. Io is everything to the Ant-Man. So Kelvin Arroyo, you hit a sweet spot when you mentioned Io, bro. No doubt, and she has been carrying NXT to a large degree. Thanks, brother. Quincy Gray with a coffee 5 spot says, I know Rhea won't win. You think she'll hold the title as bad as the division is? I know Rhea won't win. You think she hold the title as bad as the division is? You think Rhea won't win? I hope you're right, bro. That's not what I've seen from Vince McMahon. I think Rhea is going to win. Quincy, I hope you're right, bro. Life of J, $4.99 coffee says, champions and championships mean nothing. The tag team division is destroyed. Pay-per-views are always rushed. Is there anything good left in this company? No. Life of J. I mean, I'm sure I could come up with a little bit of list of some good that's still there. But no. Titles, competitors, the superstars, the pay-per-views, the shows, they have more negatives than positives. It's just the truth. I don't want to come on these streams and fucking say that. I want to be talking about the positives. But it's fucking true, guys. Pathetically true. Thank you, Life of J. Anise Star Wars up in here. Good to see you, Anise. I gotta take a coffee break. You guys are coming in crazy. Fucking mad fast with those supers, man. I can't even keep up. I gotta get a sip. I don't know if America runs on Dunkin', but BC sure as hell does. Anise Star Wars says, hey, what's up, BC? What up, Anise? I hope Vince doesn't turn Matt Riddle into a comedy act like R-Truth. He's a badass in the ring and has that it factor. Anise, have you been watching the shows? Sorry, brother. He's already a comical act. Comedic act. I can speak. I'll swig another sip. Sorry. That's a BC botch. He's already playing the comedy. Mr. Comedy Night God. You guys remember Night at the... No, what is it? Night at the Museum. Yeah, it was with Ben Stiller and Ricky Gervais. Oh, what do we have here? A regular comedy night god. He's basically R-Truth 2.0, bro. Watch, Vince will put them in a tag team one day soon. I say one day, sooner than later, you're going to see R-Truth in a tag team with Matt Riddle. Because that's what Vince does. They both make me laugh. They both make me pee my pants a little bit in laughter. I did. One time I peed my pants a little bit. They're so funny. They won't get the time of day. Nobody will take them seriously. They'll have to squeeze out a Hall of Fame career somehow at the tail end of their careers. Anis, thanks, brother. Tamayo the Gamer, 2-spot. Even if Rhea wins, who would be next for her? They don't know. They don't know, Tamayo. They don't care. It's not even they don't know, right? You can learn something you don't know. They don't care to know. We call this hot shot booking. Hot shot booking, the definition in wrestling terms, used to be a match that should have been at a pay-per-view, but they blew their load on a television show weeks previous just to get that good pop of a rating or a number. It's hot shot booking. But you can absolutely use that term for the actual individual superstars, for the product, for the shows. It's hot shot booking. It's day to day. And even Vince McMahon, even if it's written that morning, Vince McMahon is still ripping it up minutes before the show. So it's beyond hot shot booking. There needs to be a new term in wrestling definition and terminology. Anyway, I agree, Tamayo the Gamer. Absolutely agree. Our number one of Raw last night starts off Bobby Lashley and Sheamus. This is how ridiculous this fucking company is. They start the show with no spark, no reason to tune in for the next 3 hours of our existence. No reason at all. Could you imagine a casual fan showing up and they're just like, wait, isn't he a heel? Isn't he a heel? This is a 3-hour show? Why am I sticking around? Who is the crowd supposed to cheer for? You basically left your audience bored, disengaged, and lethargic right from the jump. On top of that, they actually had Sheamus tap out to Lashley's Hurt Lock. That's great for Bobby, by the way. I love the beast mode booking for Bobby. I've been calling it for it for the whole past year. It's good to see Bobby getting beast mode booking. But you can't possibly raise someone up by tearing somebody else down. It never works the way you hope it to work out. Sheamus just went to war Sunday night against McIntyre, and even in defeat, Sheamus impressed and captured momentum. And here we are 24 hours later, and this dude's tapping the fuck out in agony. Again, great for big boy Bobby. I love it. But come on, man. You can't possibly done do Sheamus that dirty. The match is heel on heel as it is. Sheamus had no business being in there just to take an L. Sheamus have beef with McIntyre or not? Does he have beef with Lashley or not? Does he have beef with both? Because then the casual fan is again asking if he's a face or a heel. Does Vince give a shit? Does he even realize who he's booking in there? This is the same guy who had multiple weeks of Elias versus AJ Styles in the past. Heel versus heel for no fucking reason. Because Elias was playing his music too loud. So another heel got pissed at a heel. So who is supposed to out-heel the other? Who looked more of a heel last night, guys? Sheamus or Lashley? Lashley looked more badass. You get what I'm saying now, don't you? You understand when I put it to you that way. BC is right, man. If this was supposed to make someone a better heel, it didn't do that. But I'm thinking too logically. I'm using common sense. I have to do a review where I can dumb myself down and talk about all the positives. Thank you guys, man. Over 150 on the likes while I was ranting and going over super chats this whole fucking time. I didn't even notice, man. Over $1.50. You guys rock. Thank you. I mean, that's cool. If I missed any supers, by the way, I'll get you guys in the next video. There were so many, I couldn't possibly get to all of them. In fact, somehow, I thought I got caught up. Somehow there's a shitload more. What the fuck? Oh, shit. Okay, there's a lot more supers, too. Wow, man. All right. I'm going to try to get to everybody, guys. Let me just get through hour number 1 first. Hold on, I have to get through a few first, or I'm not going to be able to get all these supers, man. They're going to, like, once they keep going up, they pop off the screen, and then I won't see it until after the review. So let me just get through a couple more of these super. J Football Alive with a $4.99 coffee. I was watching Randy talk about Vince on Broken Skull. It was sad hearing him say how Vince used to preach on how giving stories time is so important. I saw that Broken Skull. Great episode, man. Randy Orton was so fucking like, he's a dude you just would drink with, man. Stone Cold was having such a good time. He kept pounding him back. But yeah, all these wrestlers will tell you. Vince tells you one thing, and then he does a complete opposite. J Football Alive. Thanks, brother. Great Broken Skulls edition. Joey's Adventures, $4.99 coffee. What up, Joey's? I'm disappointed Fiend vs. Orton isn't on night 1 because I wanted it to main event after all the hard work on Bray, Alexa, and Randy. No doubt, man. It would have been a cool main event, especially the work they've been putting in. But it looks like Roman and Edge is going to have one main event. And we thought it was going to be McIntyre and Lashley on the other night. But there's a hashtag going around for Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks. Now, I've been saying for the past 2 months to make that the main event. So, of course, I did not start the hashtag, guys. A lot of people thought I did. I didn't, I swear. I've advocated for that 2 months ago. And my boy on this, one of our AMP unit members, Couples Goals, I think I got that name right, he came up with a great concept, Iron Woman match. Even if it's just a half an hour, an Iron Woman match for the main event. So I think that would be pretty cool. But at some point, I'm going to survey you guys and see if you would rather have not right now, please, because I can't see the comments. I'm only doing supers, and I got to get rid of hour number 1's page here for Raw. But soon, hopefully in this stream, I'm going to question you guys and see if you would rather have Drew and Bobby or Sasha and Bianca at Mania. Not right now, though. But thank you, Joey's Adventures, man. I absolutely agree. Chelsea Elaine with another 2-spot. We're throwing gas on people now. Randy Fiend vibe. We're throwing gas on people now. Randy Fiend vibe. Yeah, man. I wish it was a little better last night, Chelsea. You know, we got an RKO and a Sister Abigail, and then he points, and I was like, oh, come on, bro. You got to do more. I'll get to that in hour number 3. But yeah, Chelsea. Vicky Hess with a 15-spot. Vicky, salut. No comment needed. Just showing love and support to the channel. Right back to you, Vicky Hess. I appreciate that. Vicky Hess, one of the tried and trues on the channel. I appreciate it. Dave Mealy with another $4.99. The Attitude Era was mostly awesome because Vince let the talent loose and do practically anything they wanted. Yep. He gave them their identity. He let them do what they thought they could do and were capable of, where now everybody is shackled and handcuffed, and everybody has to be a carbon copy of one another. It's like a box being shipped out from the Amazon center. The manufacturing center. Manufacturing! I can fucking speak. Manufacturing center! Everybody is a fucking box, like a carbon copy, just being shipped out. Manufacturing company. They beefy. Just feel WrestleMania though? It's amazing. That's what the show has me talking like now. Dave Mealy, absolutely agree. Kevin Heffenor, 5-spot coffee. Thank you, Kevin. My long-term booking for SummerSlam, Lashley versus Fiend for WWE title and Edge versus Roman for Universal title. I'm totally down with the Edge versus Roman, Kevin. But Kevin, I don't think the Fiend needs a championship. That's what got us into muddy waters to begin with. Because Vince doesn't care about the fucking titles anyway, so in the process, somebody like the Fiend gets some trash booking. So I don't think Fiend needs a title right now, or any time in the near future. There'll be a time for it, just like with Undertaker. He went years and wasn't really a focal point in the title situation. But when it was time, Undertaker held that championship with great pride, respect, and badass. Thank you, Kevin. The Soundwave 92 with a 5-spot coffee. Sure, Vince, thigh slaps are unrealistic, but train noises sure aren't, right? Like, Soundwave 92, completely agree, man. Like, is somebody in the back making the train noises when he's about to do that? Is Nicholas pounding one too many Capri Suns? And if so, what is in those Capri Suns? And is he back there pounding them down and he sees his buddy Braun and he's like, oh shit, gotta press the button. Choo-choo, chugga-chugga, stupid. Who the fuck knows Soundwave 92, but they thought this is a good idea. They meaning the old bastard in Stanford. Slamming Sammy Joe. Let's get him, bye-bye. Take my money, BC 2-spot. Nah, brother, I appreciate the coffee, man. I appreciate it. I'm just glad you guys are enjoying the stream. Thank you, Slammin' Sammy Joe. The coffee's in the fire. Right back to you. Anis Sarwar with a $4.99. Rhea and Asuka needed at least a month-long build. That was one of my dream matches, but Charlotte and Lacey happened, and Asuka got injured. Yeah, and well, even with all that, it was going to be a shitty build because that's what we have seen Vince McMahon do for all of his matches this Mania season. So whether Lacey got pregnant or not, Anis, or Charlotte got the co or not, Anis, or Rhea Ripley got herself right into the title picture, Anis, it would have been the same bullshit booking. This is just horrible because she just walked in and said, I want a title match. Asuka's like, okay. The graphic is up 10 seconds later. Thank you, Anis. Louis Ledesma. $9.99. Thank you, Louis Ledesma, for that $9.99. Couple of coffees. You always keep it 100, BC. You're the reason why I found out about JD. Here's some coffees for watching these sad-ass shows so we don't have to. Louis Ledesma, thank you, man. I appreciate it. And, yeah, man. I won't give too many shout-outs about people that I actually don't mind in the community. JD's one of them, though, so glad you're enjoying his content as well. We'll disagree on some shit for sure. But all in the name of wanting this shit to get better. Thank you, Louis. Jamal Strachan. Hopefully I said that right. Strachan? I'm going to say Strachan. We're just going to say Jamal. 5-spot coffee. Thanks, brother. BC, I will be honest. I worked 10 hours yesterday. I tried to watch Raw, but I fell asleep after the first hour. Jamal, even if you didn't, which that's what I like to hear, by the way. Everybody should be working their ass off. Collecting that dough, man. Busting their ass. Making a living. I like to hear that, Jamal. 10-hour shift? Fuck yeah. Mad respect. But even if you didn't work yesterday, Jamal, you would have been passed out because this product sucks that fucking bad. Thank you, Jamal, for that coffee. Kevin Langoff. Kevin with another 5-spot. BC and JD versus Vince and Bruce. Winners take over creative. Book it at Mania. Kevin, I'll do that shit, man. I want Raw, and I'm giving JD SmackDown. That's what I would do. And I'll tell him that. Next time we have a fucking drink together, I'll let him know you're getting smacked out. Or else we're fucking arm wrestling for Raw. Well, I don't even have to do that. It's WWE we're talking about. I'm just going to ask the JD if I can have Raw. Because in WWE, you just ask and you get it. So I'm taking Raw, creatively. JD's going to take SmackDown. And we'll have a little internal competition. We'll see whose ratings are better. That'll be fun. And then Vince McMahon and Pritchard and Kevin Dunn and Do Nothing Diana and Stanford's Connecticut's fucking Human Resources, the 617 writers, they can all take a hiatus. BC's on the job. JD's on the job. Hit the bricks. Thank you, Kevin. Tamayo the Gamer, another 2-spot. Even if Rhea... Oh, did I already get you, Tamayo? Even if Rhea wins, who would be next for her? Yeah, I already got to you. And I said they don't even know. Of course, BC isn't even going to try to fucking comprehend what they're thinking. Jeffrey Ross with a $4.99 coffee. Thank you, Jeffrey. What's up, BC? Can't watch the stream right now. I'm at work, but I'll leave a like and catch it later. Red team, go! Jeffrey, dude, honestly, I'm going to be real with you, Jeffrey. Because you need a dose of truth right now, Jeffrey Ross. The fact that you're at work and you took the time to leave a fucking like is so badass, dude. Like, honestly, like, that's shit that I do. I'm not even joking. When I don't have time, but I watch one of my fave YouTube, I don't have a time to watch a lot of videos. I just don't. But there's people in the theme park community. I'm a big theme park nerd down in fucking Florida. I love all that shit. And there's some theme park people I absolutely love, man. They're just the best. And I usually don't have time to even watch 2 minutes. So you know what I'll do? I'll click on the video and just like it. And that's what I mean about respect. Like, that's cool, man. We need more people like that. I just click on it, like it, and then I hit off. And if I can watch it later, I will. Jeffrey, man, we need more people like you, man. That's awesome. We have too many haters and fucking just dipshits in the community, just in the world today. Not just the wrestling community, but too many people just want to see people fail and do bad. And here I am for over 4 years screaming about how I want this company to be better. And when you have AMP unit members like Jeffrey Ross, who doesn't even have time, they're at work, but they clicked on the video to press a fucking like button. Bro, I had to go on a side rant. Thank you, Jeffrey. You're badass, dude. Wow, there's so many more. What the fuck? Guys, I haven't even finished hour number 1. Woo! You guys are amazing, man. Mr. Anything, another 10 spot, couple of coffees. Mr. Anything for Celine's. Even if Rhea wins at WrestleMania, It wouldn't matter. Asuka has been made a joke. Her chasing the 24/7 title, constantly losing to Charlotte, and lack of rivalries. Another loss at Mania won't be any different. Exactly, Mr. Anything. And I'll do you one better, Mr. Anything. It's almost like we expect this from Asuka's booking now. That she's just not going to win that match at Mania and become 0-4. Another loss. A meaningless title reign. So you're more right than you even originally thought, probably, Mr. Anything. Thank you for those 2 coffees, dude. Maximus Sage with a 5 spot. Maximus Sage. I love that name, dude. Did they seriously give Braun choo-choo sound effects? It's Strowman the Tank Engine. Who was that, man? Tommy the Tank Engine? Was it Tommy? I forgot who it was. Yeah, now it's Strowman the Tank Engine. Also, I hate it when tag teams lose in handicap matches because they look silly as fuck, right, Maximus? If you thought Cedric and Shelton weren't fucking done when they lost the titles in the middle of a Monday Night Raw a couple weeks ago, now they can't even win when it's 2-on-1. I agree, Maximus. It's pathetic booking. Thanks for the coffee, dude. Jacob Donnelly with a 5-spot coffee. Jacob. Thank you, brother. Since it's so easy, you should show up on Monday Night Raw and demand a title shot for Bobby Lashley. Jacob Donnelly, I'm literally thinking about going to Tampa. And I mean, security cannot stop me because I'm going to say I asked for a title match. Why are you stopping me? And I'm going to show them my evidence. I'll have my lawyer with me. My lawyer will be right by my side. I'll bring 2 of my lawyers. And I'll get right into that ring and say, Bobby, what are you doing? I'm asking you for a title match. Dumb fuck. Jacob Donnelly. Appreciate it, dude. The Silent 12. 5 spot. Silent 12. Thank you, brother. WWE is too much good versus evil. It needs more nuances. Anti-heroes, anti-villains, neutral villains. Who would unite with heroes without double cross? True, you can't get away, the Silent 12, from the concept of good versus bad, good guy versus bad guy. You can't get away from that, but I absolutely agree with the anti-heroes, the anti-villains and all that, because WWE has always had them as well in their company. And that helps catapult the company in several different ways forward. You're exactly right. That's just another layer that has totally been either forgotten about or thrown by the wayside. Silent 12, good point. Salute. J Football Alive, another coffee, $4.99, says some needs to add doing a Vince to the Urban Dictionary definition, leaving things to the last second and half-assing it to avoid self-destruction. Yeah, I always say it, J Football Alive, on this channel. I always say Vince had to do Vince things. So it'll be in the next volume of pro wrestling terminology. Thank you, J Football Alive. Chelsea Elaine with a 2-spot. Fruit roll-ups were placed. Was there a botch too? There's probably, last night they tried to get away from the fruit roll-ups and botching. There was enough of those at Fastlane, Chelsea. So last night they stayed clear of it. Thank you. Tom Buff, $4.99. Thank you, Tom. I could be overthinking, but with the way Orton has been getting destroyed, I think he could possibly somehow find a way to win. I don't even know. Orton eating another L doesn't sit well with me, but you cannot possibly have the Fiend that just came back eat an L. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I haven't even thought about the match yet. I've just been thinking about the build and it actually happening. I haven't jumped into the actual creative of it yet. So I'm sure I'm going to have a separate video with that and many other matches. But right now, I'm just letting Vince try to finalize this card. Even hot-shotting half the card last night, half the card is still not booked. He made this thing 2 nights for no reason. He doubled the nights and can't even fill 1 full night. There's a few matches on one night. There's a few matches on another night. Nothing has been filled up. Tom Buff, thank you. I haven't even thought about it yet, but I will. You'll hear my thoughts on it in the near future. Chelsea Elaine, another 2-spot. She injures mouse girls. Nia is at it again with Dana. Yeah, well, she's been injuring Dana and fucking everybody else on the roster, Chelsea. This is nothing new. As long as it doesn't turn into something fucking drastic down the line, man. That's, you know what I mean? Hopefully she'll just go to... She's been better, actually. She's been better. She's been more careful. There's still times where I'm like, dude, lighten the fuck or sell more. But she's been a little better. I will say that about Nia Jax. Chelsea, thank you. J Football Alive. Broken Skull Pod with Randy equals entertaining. Yeah, that was really... What was that? That was after Fastlane. I stuck with it. I was doing some final prep on my notes. I was getting a thumbnail together. I forgot what I was doing. I was doing something for the vid in the early morning hours. That came on right after Fastlane, and I just stuck with it, and it was really entertaining, man. Randy Orton came off very sincere, just very different side of him, and Stone Cold was loving the conversation. These are two dudes that probably never thought they would hit it off, and they did. So I agree. I agree. J Football Alive, and I agree. Take another swig. Papo Jr. What up, Papo? 2-Spot, BC, and Amp Unit. Coffees, raise them up for Papo. Fuck yeah. Thank you, Papo. Good to see you up in here, dude. Thank you for the coffees and previous as well, man. I'm still fucking down in those. Carlos with another coffee. BC, where's Ding Dong? Hello. I don't know. Somebody brought it up earlier in the supers. That fucking Bailey has nothing. So maybe something's up. Hopefully she doesn't have the or a minor injury. I don't know. But even if she was good to go, I don't think they have anything for her. Carlos. Sadly, Carlos. Oh man, Jacob Donnelly, another coffee. Thank you, Jacob, with that 5 spot. Just out of curiosity, where do you think Andrade ends up? Wherever he goes, I just hope Zelina follows. Yeah, Zelina left a good message to him on social that came across my attention. And she just said, I always saw something in you, and I always knew you would stand up for yourself and do what's best for you. And I got to believe that they're going to see each other down the road. And Aleister Black even left an awesome message, too. And Andrade left a response to Aleister saying, in a few years, we'll see each other in the ring. So Andrade knows that Aleister's not happy and that Aleister will be out of there within the next couple of years. He knows that. But yeah, Jacob Donnelly, man. I absolutely, I always say, how do you fuck up Zelina Vega and Andrade? Anybody that says Andrade was nothing more than a mid-carder, he can't speak a lot of good English, he was doomed from the beginning. Bullshit. Him attacked with the mouthpiece of Zelina was perfect, just like Rusev with Lana as a mouthpiece. How do you fuck up Rusev and Lana? Just ask Vince. Vince doing Vince things. How do you fuck up Zelina and Andrade? Ask Vince. Vince doing Vince things. Jacob Donnelly, fully agree. Silent 12 with a 2 spot. Thank you, Silent 12. The Miz deserves more build. He is a hard worker. Yeah, man, I like The Miz because I like a show called The Challenge on MTV. Miz was one of the first ones, man. Years and years ago, he was on The Challenge. You guys can find it. I think it's on Netflix. It's called The Challenge. Fuck. Maybe it's Duel, too. Maybe just type in The Challenge. And it's an old school challenge from over a decade ago. And it's got Miz, it's got Darrell, CT, my girls, man. I had a huge crush on Veronica and Tina. There's a girl, Tina. So Tina and Veronica, check out those girls. Those were my crushes, brah. And Miz was on that season. In fact, I don't want to spoil it, but Miz made it to the final. I'm not going to tell you if he won or not. But it's on Netflix. It's called The Challenge. That's where I became a huge Miz supporter, and then he became a wrestler, man. And I was like, okay. But if you're going to book him like a clown, most fans, including BC, can't really get behind it. So, Silent 12, I could not agree more. Thank you for the 2 spot. Chelsea Elaine with another 2 spot says, should Vince stay away from The Fiend? BC, thoughts? Well, I mean, he can't stay away from The Fiend. He's got to... Overall, he's the one who's going to give the final say on everything The Fiend does. He just has to trust The Fiend more, Chelsea. Let the Fiend, Bray Wyatt in real life is one of the most creative son of a bitches in that company. So just let Bray Wyatt do what Bray Wyatt wants to do, and you'll get to the goalpost. You'll get to the finish line with fucking gold. Dollars in your hands, in your pockets, in your company. Just let Bray be Bray. Absolutely, Chelsea. Wow, guys, I think I got caught up with the supers. I am fucking like... No, I did not. Wow, there's more. Joey's Adventures, a 2 spot. Let Orton loose and take off from April to August. I love that. Have him come back and then give this dude a rocket. Let Orton have that Hall of Fame run that he hasn't had in a few years without losing constantly. Absolutely agree, Joey's Adventures. J Football Alive, 199. I'm still in disbelief that they piped in train effects. Choo-choo, chugga-chugga, stupid! I can't either. I thought I was hearing things until you guys confirmed it today. Unreal, man. Blitzball champ with a couple of coffees. Thank you, Blitzball. I find it ironic that both Sasha Banks and Asuka haven't won at WrestleMania and are going in as champions against Bianca and Rhea, who finally gets that WrestleMania victory if you had to pick one between the two. Fuck, man. Bianca. Asuka deserves a big title defense on the big stage. She deserves a Mania victory. She's 0-3. Give her a Mania victory. Give her a big win finally. Asuka has been your champion for 6 months approximately, and you have given her no big feuds, no big matches. That's pathetic. Rhea Ripley defeating Asuka at WrestleMania is pathetic. That's not even shade to Rhea. This has everything to do with Asuka. So I would be more fine with Bianca taking the title from Sasha. Although even there, I want Sasha to have a big moment at Mania. I would love Sasha walking out still with the championship to show that championships matter and champions don't just lose every pay-per-view. Because that's what this company showcases. At some point, a champion is going to have to walk out of Mania with their strap. Not every challenger should be winning. That's my best answer for you, Blitzball champ. Thank you, brother. Jacqueline Robinson with a 5 spot. No comment needed, just showing the love and support. Thank you, Jacqueline Robinson. I see that. Jibril Goodwin with a 10 spot. Jibril, thank you for those couple of coffees. BC, I love your straightforwardness. I don't think I've said it enough. Last night's Fastlane review proved that I absolutely thank you for your content, man. Much love as always. Red Team, go! Jibril, honestly, I'm gonna say this honestly, Jibril Goodwin. Thank you for those words. That means a lot, dude. I appreciate that. Sometimes when you get amplified for 2 hours on streams, I mean, you literally aren't able to take a breath for 2 fucking hours while you're simultaneously trying to entertain and drop knowledge. You get kind of lost in everything else that's happening. You know, and if you're saying it the right way, if it's too logical for some people, do I need to dumb myself down? All these questions come into play afterwards. Thank you, Jibril, for just confirming what I already knew. There ain't nobody like BC in this community that drops it like it's hot, baby. Jibril Goodwin, thank you for that 10 spot and those words, more importantly. J Football Alive, 199. JD's first move as Raw GM. Fiend, you're fired. Oh, wow. Well, that would have to set up a storyline with me and JD then, and then we have to cross SmackDown and Raw. I'll tell you that much. Then I'd have to go fire Daniel Bryan or some shit. J Football Alive, thanks, brother. Again, if I miss supers, guys, which I'm probably going to do because there's so many of them in this stream today. You guys are, I've never seen anything like this. I'll get you in the next video. I'll give you the same shout out. I'll still get the coffee, don't worry, and I'll shout you out in the next one. I won't get them until afterwards. So I'm probably missing some. There is more here that I still have to get to somehow. I haven't even finished hour number 1. This is insane, brah. You guys are awesome. Hold on, there was a few more, and then I will finish number 1. Oh, man. Didn't want to do that. Somebody just kept commenting the same fucking thing over and over, and you got to get Das Boot, man. You got to get Das Boot. You're just flooding the fucking chat at this point. Amp Unit does not accept that. Everybody's got to learn a lesson. That's what the pops used to tell BC. Now I go and I teach those lessons. Mr. Anything for Selena's 5 spot coffee. Thank you, Mr. Anything. Another coffee, by the way. Got a work meeting and finishing up my duties, so I can't listen anymore. But I'll catch the rest later. Enjoy the coffees and stay amplified, brother. Mr. Anything, thank you for the several coffees. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sure smashing that like button and showing the love. Want you to know we're showing it right back to you, Mr. Anything. Go whoop that ass at the meeting, my man. And go, pound coffees and whoop ass. If you don't pound coffees, whatever your fucking drink of choice is, just make sure you're kicking that ass. This stream will be up later on to catch it in its totality. Thank you, Mr. Anything. Mr. Black Ice 22, 5 spot. I don't know why I said that like Howard Finkel. Mr. Black Ice 22. Oh, that was good, bro. That was a good Howard Finkel. Mr. Black Ice says, a week from infamy, Bischoff tried to buy WCW 20 years ago, and it happened. Vince buying WCW. Looking today now, wrestling isn't the same to this day. Yeah, he knew. He knew he had no real plans for it. Shane McMahon shows up and says, I now own WCW, and I knew Vince is putting that shit right into the ground. Thank you, Mr. Black Ice 22. Dave Mealy with another $4.99 coffee. I think Vince broke up Lana and Rusev because they broke kayfabe by announcing they were engaged while Lana was in storyline with Dolph. Yeah, you remember that, Dave? I'm sure it was punishment. But you know as well as I do, Dave Mealy, that it was only a matter of time before they got split anyway. Vince doesn't even need a reason. He just likes to shake up what is good. If something is good, he likes to ruin it. Dave, thank you, man. Christopher Blackshear. Sasha is 0-5 at Mania. Christopher, thank you for that because I forgot all about that. So basically, you have Asuka 0-3 and Sasha 0-5. Two of the best wrestlers in this world. Current champions. And it looks like both. Sasha may be 0-6 at Mania and 0-4 for Asuka coming out of Mania this year. Unreal. Thank you for that, Christopher. Brandon Gulage. Brandon with a 1999. Several coffees from Brandon. Hey, BC, had a rough few years the past couple of years, but your vids always help me push through each day. Glad to be a part of the AMP unit. Here's to more coffees. By the way, thoughts on Hurt Business breakup tease? First of all, Brandon, thank you for those words, and I hope things are much better today, man. Always, trust me, BC has been at the lowest of lows, man. Especially teenage years going into early adulthood, man, the lowest of lows, through no fault but my own. I made my own destiny, and I had to lay in that shit, and I had to fucking will myself back, and I did it through willpower, common sense, and good decision-making, and I never fucking gave up. Always remember that. If you ever feel like you're in the dumps, will yourself, man. It's all about willpower. It's always about being stronger than the next person, and I'm not talking about size of muscles. That's not why I work out, right? I like to have bigger fucking arms than the next guy in Starbucks. Absolutely. I'm the guy that you're going to look at and go, I ain't fucking with him. Yeah, big delts is great, but I'm not even talking about that type of strength. You got to mentally be stronger than the next person. So hopefully, Brandon, things are much better today, brah. As far as the Hurt Business, and again, thank you for those words and the coffees. As far as the Hurt Business breaking up tease, it's that or Vince McMahon is going to continue to stomp a mud hole in them. Because you saw what happened to them a few weeks ago, losing the tag titles in the middle of a Raw, just to set up New Day and almost in AJ Styles. That's right, I said almost. Why you have so much disrespect on the Hurt Business that you take their titles in the middle of a Raw? You couldn't even wait till Fastlane to have them drop it at a pay-per-view, give them some type of significance. And then last night, they're being belittled by Bobby Lashley, and then they lose a handicap match. My thoughts on it, it's either they break up, unfortunately, or Vince keeps dragging them. And that sucks, Brandon, because I actually like the Hurt Business. If, like everybody else, they were just booked more properly, the Hurt Business could have been something epic in that company. But Vince is already bored with them, and you're starting to see that in the booking. Brandon, thank you, dude. Chelsea Lane with another 2-spot. Tension in the Hurt Business. Will they split up, right? We were just talking about that, Chelsea. It looks that way. It's either that or Vince is going to drag them. I mean, that's just the bottom line, man. I don't see any other way that this can go. Wow, there's more, man. Oh, you guys are thanking me for kicking a motherfucker out. Yeah, I saw like fucking 20 of the same shit. Bro, get the fuck out. This ain't anybody else's fucking channel. Just don't do that shit and I ain't gonna put you on blast, motherfucker. Fuck you dealing with. You dealing with Delta McGee, motherfucker. You dealing with the boogeyman, dude. You dealing with the boogeyman, dude. Say the same thing over and over like you running this chat, bitch. BC running this shit. I got that shit on a fucking string. Snap of my finger, you're fucking out. Fuck out of here. Shit caught my eye. Like, get the fuck out of here, bitch. Bitch. Fuck out of here, bitch. Oh, man. All right. Back to you guys, man. Wow, there's more, man. Maron. Kevin said the same thing Christopher said earlier. Sasha with a 2-spot. Thank you, Kevin. Sasha is 0-5 at WrestleMania. She needs to win. I know. And I wouldn't even mind. Bianca would not be done. Give them an epic match and let Bianca have a... She'll live to see another day in that ring. Even if she's the one to take it from Sasha, fine. Do it at SummerSlam. But I'm okay with Sasha winning this Mania match. I am. And if she does lose to Bianca and you give them at least 25 minutes, make it a classic, I'm okay with that too. Kevin, 0-5 for Sasha at Mania is just unacceptable. Thank you, dude. Ashley Steggles, $9.99. Ashley, thank you, brah. Perfect Fiend return, and the new look is dope as fuck, especially as it's telling and selling the story of what happened to him at TLC, and he has to win for redemption. Try telling other people in the back that, man. You know, oh, Fiend sucks. The Fiend sucks. The Fiend is horrible. The Fiend is boring. What are you talking about? It's the only story and the only character in that whole company that actually fucking matters right now outside of Roman. And Alexa attached to it, obviously, and Randy Orton, the whole storyline. I'm loving it. And you're right. If you look at the outfit, the mask, it's telling you that the dude was burned to a crisp months ago. So I love it too, Ashley. Try telling other people to think logically, and they're just like, I have my own opinion, you know, I don't like it. Okay, well, what the fuck are you doing here? Because you know this is a pro-Fiend channel. You know this is a pro-Bray Wyatt channel. What the fuck are you doing here? Big Nang with a 10-spot. Couple of coffees, Big Nang. BC, have you ever thought of a Twisted Bliss heel turning on the Fiend down the road, or maybe at WrestleMania, and it'll be a crazy shock she joins Orton? Do you think Fiend can bounce back for the better? I don't even want to think of that, Big Nang. This is my Jack and Chance. If you guys ever went to Universal Studios down in Orlando, Florida, every year for Halloween they do Horror Nights. It's a 2-month event. And their icons are Jack the Clown and Chance, his sidekick. And I always said, like, that's what I need to see in WWE. And I get it with Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss. Bray Wyatt is Jack the Clown, and Alexa Bliss is Chance. You can Google it later. Just Universal Orlando Horror Nights, Jack the Clown, Chance. And their characters are basically in WWE right now. I'm good. If you want to see that, Big Nang or anybody else, more power to you. Alexa with Randy Orton or something like that. I'm sitting pretty right now with that shit. I'm loving what I'm seeing out of everybody's role. That's the answer on that. Big Nang. Thanks, brother. Michelle Haskins with a $19.99. Michelle, man, 20 spot. Thank you, Michelle. This year's WrestleMania build has been terrible. There shouldn't be any pay-per-views between the Rumble and WrestleMania because the build to the biggest show of the year is damaged. Do you agree or disagree? One answer, Michelle? Agree. I don't even want the fucking Elimination Chamber because it muddies the waters. It blurs the lines. Royal Rumble and then build to Mania. That's it. That's what made Mania special back in the day. They added a pay-per-view between them and it became less special. This year they added 2 between them. 3 pay-per-views within 7 weeks. And you saw what happened. The effect, the consequence is that this year's WrestleMania is not just the worst we've ever seen. It's in the shitter, and there's no plunger that is going to digest that shit. Michelle Haskins, $19.99. Thank you. I mean that, man. Several coffees there. Jibril Goodwin with a 5-spot coffee. Jibril, rockstar. Thank you. BC, what are your thoughts on Jeff Hardy bringing his Willow gimmick against The Fiend? I'll take that absolutely, Jibril. Because again, Vince is using him as a jobber now. That has never been more evident than recent months, and especially last night. Bring in the Willow gimmick. Let him try some new shit. It can only help him right now. Jibril Goodwin, thank you. And that'll be a badass feud. Not just match. Feud. The Fiend versus that Willow character. Thank you, Jibril. Anise Sarwar with another coffee, $4.99. Rhea really should have won at Mania last year. She really lost her confidence after being fed to Charlotte. She admitted she lost her confidence. We all saw that what was lost in last year's Mania loss was her fucking career. She literally had to go back to NXT like a wounded dog and took a year just to get back to that stage. But this isn't how you go about business. You don't just ask for a title match, you waltz in there. And if she wins this, that's how you're going to do Asuka done dirty? Nah, brah. I agree, Anise. J Football Alive 199. Trust Vince to mess up Roman versus Rock 2. No shame. That's in a few years, J Football Alive. I wouldn't doubt it. Chelsea Elaine, 2-spot. My goodness, guys. Let him do the review on hour number 1. Thank you, Chelsea. Or at least catch a breath, man. Wow, I can't even believe that's over 500 spot on fucking Supers alone, and we haven't even concluded hour 1. We're almost at an hour and a half on the stream. Woo! You guys came ballin'. The fuck? Chelsea, thank you for that 2-spot. No, but I appreciate all the love, guys. I always do. You know that. J Football Alive says, another Don99 says, BC, who's in control of who? Bliss or The Fiend? I love how they play off one another. I wouldn't mind Bliss kind of controlling The Fiend a bit more, right? I wouldn't mind that at all, man. Let them play off one another. But good question, though. But I'm fine the way it is. In fact, you can even play on that a little bit more. Chelsea Elaine, another 2-spot. Spamming guy, got those hands via the amp unit. Laugh my ass off. No question, Chelsea. You know how we do. JR9 Gaming with a 2-spot. Cross versus The Fiend should main event Mania 38. JR9 Gaming, that's one of my dream matches. Karrion Kross / Killer Kross versus The Fiend Bray Wyatt. That is one of my dream matches. Somebody creative like BC, what I could do with those two. Give me 2 months. Fuck, man. You're going to be on the edge of your seat every single show until we get to that match. JR9 Gaming, thanks, brother. Mr. Black Ice 22, 2-spot. You hear about Orton's wife being mad at Bliss. Yeah, well, Bliss covered Orton like she was riding that son of a bitch. So Orton's wife was like, oh, nah, bitch. But I did catch that, Mr. Black Ice 22. Too funny. All right, guys, so we went over Bobby Lashley and Sheamus. I just don't like the fact that, A, we didn't have any spark to start the show. We just started it with 2 heels facing each other. That tells your audience that I shouldn't give a fuck. I'm watching 2 heels to start a 3-hour show. Why should I stick around? And by the way, who is going to out-heel the other? You're going to make one of your heels look like a fucking bitch. So Sheamus is just tapping out 24 hours after he just lost to McIntyre. And then afterwards, after the match, Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley had a little bit of a yell-off. Drew's like, I'm going to get you. I'm going to hit you with a Claymore. I'm coming for the Claymore. And Bobby Lashley's like, nah, get away, man. Get away from me. MVP, tell him to get away from me. I'll see you at Mania. No, let's do a Claymore party right now. I don't want to party with you. I don't even want to be here. Let me out of here. MVP, tell him I want to leave. No, you're going to get a Claymore party. Claymore party. Come here, MVP, you want to party? MVP's like, I don't want to party, dog. Nobody wants to party with your Claymore. No, somebody party with me. Claymore party. That's what happened. And then we went to commercial after 25 fucking minutes. These guys yelling like like they're in middle school. What an exhilarating first half of the program. Then after a full half an hour, they tell us that Randy Orton will be summoning the Fiend later in the night, whatever the fuck that means. Last time I was given a summons, I wound up in a courthouse super kicking one lawyer after another. But that's another story. Why not just set that up from the jump? That's something to stick around for. They're the hottest entity on Raw right now. The Fiend, Alexa, and Randy Orton is the biggest talking point on Raw. Tell people from the jump that that is happening later in the night. Just don't start with 2 heels. The audience is going to be disengaged. And anybody that says, BC, speak for yourself, man, that's not true. Go back, watch the match, and look at the Thunderdome. Watch everybody's expression. You're welcome. I know I'm right because I do my research. Asuka and Peyton Royce end hour number 1. Peyton Royce basically just beats the shit out of Asuka for 8 minutes until Asuka finally taps her out at the end. But Asuka was just got her ass handed to her for 8 minutes. This is what I mean about shitty booking. But in the end, she taps out to Asuka. Now, Peyton Royce, man, she was done when they split up the Iconics. I don't know what anybody thinks is going to happen with Peyton Royce here. She's not, I mean, nobody's going to think she's honestly going to get a championship and we're going to think she's better than Sasha, Bianca, Charlotte Flair, fucking, even Rhea. It's not going to happen. They split up the Iconics for no reason. That was their best chance. The Iconics had a place in the tag division. I'm not saying they had to be multi-tag team champions or even hold them for a year or win all of their matches, but the Iconics had a place in WWE. I absolutely could easily book them in a fun way if I was head creative for WWE and I had Vince McMahon on board with my shit. He allowed me to have final say. I could do some fun shit with the Iconics. They split them up for no fucking reason. Now Peyton Royce is coming out last night with no gimmick at all. I mean, she has like a fucking, what do you call it? A puss face. Puss face, right? She comes out and she's like she asked Braun for a sip of his fucking Capri Sun because she was choking backstage. Choking? Her life is on the line, and Braun was like, no way. I love my Capris. I never allow my Capris to go in anyone else's hands. Get your hands on someone else's Capri. Right? So she finally gets it unfucking lodged, and she's told she has to get right out there, and she has a puss face. That's her character now? She's upset. I haven't got my just due. Well, join the conga line. Asuka's a champion, supposedly, on that company, and she's not booked properly. Sasha, the same fucking thing. I can't tell you guys. I can't say this fucking enough. Watching Asuka get beat up for 8 minutes is not fucking right. And then post-match, get this, Rhea Ripley hits the ring. Rhea Ripley hits the ring, her debut on Raw, and she says, I'm not even joking. She sets up a title match. She says, I want a shot at your title. She has a little bit more of an accent. I want a shot at your title. And Asuka's like, I accept. And I'm like, wait, what? Every other woman must be kicking themselves right now. Dana Brooke, Mandy Rose, Sasha's over on the SmackDown side going, what the fuck? Somebody gonna do that before Bianca even gets her shot? Every female man, Naomi, everybody is probably like, that's all I had to do was just ask? She's never even had a match on the main, well, since Mania anyway. I mean, this makes everybody, the thumbnail says it alone. You see the emoji that I put in the thumbnail. The glasses emoji with the fucking buck teeth, the super nerd. It makes your whole division look like nerds. It makes your company look like nerds. All they had to do was ask. And now Rhea Ripley. And you got some people on the interweb going, basically, don't worry, man, it's going to be a good match. Do you know the talent that is on that roster? Most people you put together is going to be a dynamite match. We need it to make sense. We need a reason why it's happening. We need a storyline. These are things pro wrestling is built upon. You can't just show up and say, I want that. But in WWE, you can now. You can do that. R-Truth walked up to a Bad Bunny and said, I want that. And Bad Bunny's like, okay. So you can do that. Goldberg's just like, I want a title match. Dun, 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 and they light his sparklers. 2 minutes later, he's walking back with the title. I got my title. He collects his big payday, and we're all like, what the fuck? Well, now Rhea Ripley's doing the same thing. We all shit on Christian when he got to AEW and started something with Omega. We said, better not be. Fuck no. We all shitted on Goldberg when he did it. No, fuck no. Better not be. You just got back, dude. You better be holding Rhea Ripley accountable as well. And we know it's not her fault. It's Vince. And that's why I always say there's one dude we blame here, and it's Vincent Kennedy McMahon, the bastard up in Stamford, Connecticut. But that is not a joke if you missed the show last night. I know a lot of you guys missed the show and you just check out BC's review the next day. That's a true story. Rhea came out on her debut, said, I want that. Asuka's like, okay. The graphic was up a minute later. And you don't think there's problems that are so serious in that company that it is actually bringing the company down to a point where we don't know if it can recover? I call bullshit. $235 on the ups, man. Thank you, man. It's the middle of the afternoon. I've just been ranting and raving. We've been shooting the shit with supers. About to be over an hour and a half, and you guys are almost at 250 on the ups, man. Middle of the afternoon. People are at school, work, probably watching BC. People are getting yelled at in class. People are getting fired right now because of BC. BC, I can never send you I can never get you a coffee in the future. I got fired. No! Get yourself a job. Don't worry about BC's I don't need your fucking coffee money, man. I need you to have a job and whoop ass. Oh, man. Hold on. I got some more supers. We'll get to hour number 2. Hold on. Kevin Hefner with a 2 spot. Thank you, Kevin. Alexa's makeup gives me Paul Bearer vibes. Yeah, right? She's definitely changing it up, man. And again, you got to believe that's some of Bray Wyatt's influence as well. He has his hands on everything that's happening. But I love how Alexa is owning this character since day number 1, Kevin. And I'll take it, man. Yeah, Paul Bearer was one of my favorites. So that's good company for Kevin to be putting Alexa in with Paul Bearer. No question, Kevin. The Silent 12 with another 5 spot. Silent 12. Thanks, dude. My 14-year-old nephew loves to impersonate you. She was playing a video game, and when she won, she yelled, "You just got Claymore, fella!" That's awesome, man. Give your nephew a shout out for BC, man. What is the old saying, man? Imitation is the greatest form of flattery. I have much respect for Drew. I'm hoping your nephew loves the Ant-Man as well. Thank you, the Silent 12. That's a good laugh for sure. Big Nang with a 5 spot. Big Nang, what up? WWE needs to get rid of Elimination Chamber and Fastlane so in the future WWE can make history with a first ever Elimination Chamber match at Mania. Absolutely, Big Nang, and I'll take it a step further. I used to love when Money in the Bank was a part of WrestleMania. It felt so special. It was a good breakup in the common action, and then they made it its own pay-per-view, and I'm like, fuck, that was a big part of WrestleMania I'm going to miss. The Elimination Chamber could be something you put on at Mania, and they made it its own pay-per-view in the middle of Rumble and WrestleMania for no fucking reason. So, long story short, I agree, Big Nang. Chelsea Elaine, 2 spot. Chelsea says, BC to kids, the next generation. I'm a Claymore, ya. Chelsea, thank you, man. Thanks for the laugh. Y'all getting Claymores, right? You fucking kids are filing off the school bus. The second they jump off the final step, they're getting fucking Claymored by McIntyre. I don't know why that just popped in my head, but that's funny. That's funny. One by one, kids are walking off and they're getting fucking Claymored. There was this thing, guys. There was this, it's a true thing. It's right here on YouTube, actually. There was this guy, or somewhere, maybe it wasn't. I forgot where I caught it, but this guy was sitting in his car waiting to pick up his kid from school. There was an ice patch, a huge ice patch. He was sitting in his car, this grown man waiting for his kid, and he's filming and he's laughing his ass off. Every kid that walked by the ice patch, they would fall on their ass. And this dude was laughing hysterically. One after the other, guys. This video went on for like 6 fucking minutes. 60 kids must have fallen on their asses. You know, some are trying to be cool. They got the fucking walk going. They're like, yeah. Then they're boom, right on their fucking dome piece. Their high school crush, Stacy Fontana's laughing at them. And then Stacy Fontana drops on her head. This is a true story. Laughing my ass off. So, I don't know. I just got the image of kids filing off the bus and immediately getting Claymored one after the other. That would be funny to me. I find certain shit funny. I don't know, man. It made me think of that. Who was that? Chelsea? Who the fuck gave me that? Yeah, BC to kids, the next generation. I'm a Claymore, yeah. Thank you, Chelsea. Brandon Gouledge, another $4.99. Brandon, MVP status, bro. Thank you. Thank you for the coffee. Thanks for the kind words, BC. I'm in a better place now. What's your thoughts on WWE feeding Elias to Strowman the past 2 nights? I think he has potential. I'm going to get to that, Brandon. Is that hour number 2? No, that's hour number 3. I'm going to go over that, Brandon. I'm going to wait to talk about Elias and Strowman. But I will talk about that in hour number 3. And as far as the kind words, absolutely, Brandon. You know, keep your head up, man. Keep fucking whooping ass. I'm serious. You're going to come out the other end fucking better than ever before. I know. I am proof of that. Brandon, thank you for that coffee, dude. J Football Alive with another coffee, $4.99. If I see Matt Riddle rolling around with the U.S. title like that in the back, I just super kick him and ride and take his title. Because why not? It's WWE. Exactly. J Football Alive. You don't even gotta ask, and you shall receive. Just take that shit. Who the fuck is gonna stop you? There's no authority figure in WWE. Kevin Langoff, 10 spot, couple of coffees. Kevin, thank you, dude. Have Bayley and Cole commentate the Sasha and Bianca match. Honestly, I would have had Bayley in the original spot. Would have added intrigue and connected both Sasha and Bianca. Yeah, good idea, Kevin. Something for Bayley, right? I mean, Bayley has to have fucking something, brah. Bayley's too fucking good to not have anything. But it looks like that's where we're at. It looks like that's where we're at. Any supers that I miss, guys, I'll get you in the next video. I clearly just most likely missed them. It's so many fucking supers to get to. Catch our breath. Let's go to hour 2 now, guys. This is Miz TV. Right from the jump, we all knew what this segment was going to do, and that set up the Bad Bunny Damian Priest versus Miz Morrison WrestleMania match that we heard about for the entire last month. And sure enough, Miz lays down the challenge. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be excited about this or even care, but I'm not and I don't. Now, they set this thing up as a one-on-one. We still fully expect it to become a tag team match. But even if they keep it one-on-one, you know Damian Priest and Morrison are going to have so much work in this match. So it's basically a tag fucking match. We know this. Miz then has a match with the Jeff Hardy. And truthfully, I forgot Jeff Hardy was even on the roster still. I truly did, guys. How sad is that? How pathetic. And that is how pathetic this company has become. Jeff Hardy has had a Hall of Fame and beyond career. And they even book him like some random Joe Schmo schmuck. And this was no different. 4-minute match, Miz makes light work of Hardy. Post-match, a Bad Bunny wallops Miz with a chair shot and then accepts Miz's challenge. And again, we expect it to be a tag match. Poor Jeff Hardy, man. I forgot this dude was on the roster. He just comes out for a... This dude puts a lot of care into his character. He does the... Do you realize how long it takes for him to do the face paint, guys? Probably fucking 20 minutes at least. He's been doing it for so long, it probably would originally take an hour. Probably takes him 20 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised if he says it takes an hour. But he spends more time on his image and believing in showcasing that character than Vince gives him time in the ring. He does his face paint for 20-something, a half an hour, 20-something minutes to a half an hour, and he goes out there for a 4-minute squash match. It's pathetic. People who invest in their character and care about what they're doing should be rewarded. I.e., Bray Wyatt. The amount of energy and focus he puts into his character, you're damn right he deserves the moon. I don't know why I just got really upset last night when I saw Hardy doing that. I'm not even the biggest Jeff Hardy fan, but I saw that and I felt bad for this dude. Almost at 250 on the likes. Thank you guys so much. That's really cool. Live in the middle of the day. Kofi Kingston defeats AJ Styles next. I'm not even making that up. AJ Styles has been reduced from fighting Undertaker at WrestleMania last year to a tag team match this year. And then before the tag match, he can't even beat Kofi one-on-one. I have nothing to talk about or even review here. It was a wrestling match and they wrestled. Great. Their plan to get us invested into the stupid tag team title match at Mania, like always, is to just have every member face each other in singles matches. Oh, what fun! Next week, don't be surprised if you see AJ Styles versus Xavier Woods. On the Go Home show, don't be surprised if Almost wrestles his first match against one of the New Day members. That's what you're gonna get, brah. This is what you're gonna get. This is what he does for tag team matches. Everybody just face each other. That way he doesn't have to spend any effort. Vince McMahon does not have to spend any effort on telling a story. The story is they wrestle each other every week. How are you not excited to see them wrestle again at Mania? Hour number 2 ends with Sheamus hitting Matt Riddle with a scooter backstage. You heard me correctly. If you didn't watch the show, you're kind of popped up. And you're like, what was that, Beasley? Did you say Sheamus hit Matt Riddle with a scooter? That's exactly what I said. Only in this company can you hear such obnoxiousness. And the sad part is the show was so bad that was one of the best parts of the show. It was so fucking bad, but one of the best fucking parts. And we ended hour number 2. I tell you. If you don't watch the show, and again, I reiterate, a lot of you don't. You just watch BC's review, and I thank you for trusting me with the keys to the kingdom, how you view wrestling. When you hear BC speak positive, you know you can go back and spend your time watching it. When you hear BC shit on it, you know you saved yourself time. Thank you for making me your number one in the community. I appreciate it. But by not watching it, sometimes you hear shit like that and you're like, is BC pulling my leg here? Like, what the he hit him with a scooter? Is that really going to set up a Sheamus title match? And you have people that are going, Sheamus needs to get the title if that match is at WrestleMania. Trust me, Sheamus has been a workhorse these last several months especially. Nobody deserves it more than Sheamus. But are you that quick to take the title off of Riddle? Riddle hasn't even really had a reign. And that's what I mean about fickle 50-50 booked fans these days. Fans are fickle. Yeah, Matt Riddle got the championship. On to the next. Sheamus needs it now. Yeah, Sheamus got it. And in 2 months, somebody else. Yeah, Ali needs to get it. Ali has the belt. Drew Gulak deserves it now. And it's like, whoa. What happened to a title reign? Those type of fans would never make it back in the day when Bruno Sammartino was holding the belt for 6 years. Bob Backlund was holding it for multiple years. Hulk Hogan, multiple years. He would never make it back then, brah. I'll tell you that much. Wow, man. More I can't even get to hour number 3 yet. You guys just came flooding in with more supers. I can't believe this. You guys came straight balling today, man. Unique Butterfly 5-spot coffee. I must say that I am definitely enjoying and intrigued by the Fiend's overall presentation. Randy's wife is definitely in her feelings. Yeah, man. I think there's some fun with it. I would hope. I don't think that's, like, real legit. I'm sure Randy has settled everything between Alexa and the wife. It's all in fun. I'm hoping anyway. But yeah, she definitely caused a stir. As far as being intrigued and enjoying the Fiend's work, you're not alone, Unique. It's the only work on Monday nights that is fun. Unique Butterfly, much love and respect right back to you. Thank you. Dave Mealy with another coffee, $4.99. Amp unit, think about this. The Miz, who was the WWE champion just a few weeks ago, will be seen next week in a bunny suit and singing, hey, hip hop hop, or some shit. And again, this dude is entertaining. I'm serious. Write this down. The Challenge on Netflix. I think it's called The Duel 2. Something part. I don't know. It's a second in the series. And it's from years ago. You'll see my crushes as a kid, man. Tina and Veronica. But you'll see The Miz, man. And I mean, this is who The Miz is. So it's hard not to like The Miz because he's so fucking genuine. But when they book him like this, how can you look at fans that don't like it and say, oh, you're being mean, man? No, they just know this is not good. The Miz is trying to make chicken salad out of chicken shit. So I give The Miz a round of applause. Vince McMahon is the one who is absolutely, I don't know, man, tarnishing, ruining, destroying people left and right. And for many people like The Miz, he has been for years. Dave Mealy. I try not to think about that shit, but yeah, that's my feelings on it. Unique with a 5-spot, Unique Butterfly, another coffee. I saw a super chat by someone saying that Vince might screw up Rock. Oh shit. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Am I still with you? I kind of had a lapse there, guys. Coffee is if I'm still with you. I had a little bit of a jump there on my feed. I want to make sure I'm still with you guys. Coffees if I'm still with you, please. All right, you're good now, Dre Sean. Thank you. I had a little bit of a lapse on my stream. Sorry, guys. All right. I hope I can find Unique Butterflies now. Sorry, Unique. We had a lapse in my... Oh, I got you. I saw a super chat by someone saying that Vince might screw up Rock versus Roman, knowing both alpha males. They would not let that happen. Yeah. One of my supers definitely talked about that earlier. And I said I wouldn't put it past Vince, but you're exactly right. The Rock would never allow it. And Roman is at a point now where he has a lot of say, too. So I agree, Unique. At least that, I think, we'll be okay with and all set. Kevin Langoff, another 10-spot, couple of coffees. Kevin's MVP in it today. Bailey just tweeted, if I cannot kick Cole's ass at WrestleMania 37, then I better at least get main event Banks versus Belair. Bailey just tweeted that, so... There you go, man. I would see. Remember years ago we saw Michael Cole versus Jerry Lawler. I think it would be much more fun to see Bailey versus Michael Cole. So give me that, Kevin Langoff. Thanks, brother, and thank you for that. Breaking news. Love it. J Football Alive with another coffee, $4.99. Almost is living proof that I can get a title opportunity at Mania without ever competing in a singles match. Michael asked Roman for a title shot too. Yeah, J Football. We're talking about Rhea Ripley last night, two weeks ago. Almost, who's never had a match on the main roster, is getting a title match. So a bunch of WrestleMania matches is going to be for the title with people that have never even earned it. But why are you complaining about it? Just sit back and enjoy it. Just, if you don't like it, don't watch it, mean YouTuber. Why are you so mean all the time? You guys see it? Beasley is his name. Beasley. He's so mean. He's negative. I think he is a big part of the problem in pro wrestling. It's people like Beasley. They're ruining wrestling because they're never happy. That's what I hear for 4+ years. Or could it be Vince McMahon sucks so bad and his company sucks so bad that we're not able to like anything? Could it be that BC all along is the one that is right? There's a crazy concept. Thank you, J Football Alive. Good point. Jacqueline Robinson, another 15 spot up in this bitch. Jacqueline Robinson, thank you. It's very annoying that Jeff Bray and Matt done dirty or jobber when they are very creative and bright eyes and bring eyes to pro wrestling in general. 100%. Matt Hardy was the same thing. So fucking creative. But Vince just wanted him on as a Hardy boy. And when he was doing cool shit, Vince just didn't see the concept. I'm surprised Bray even is allowed to do what he does. And Vince even tries to ruin that. Jacqueline Robinson, thank you. Dante Jaron 23. What up, Dante? Good to see you up in here, dude. Can't understand how Asuka and Sasha has challenged for the tag titles more than they've defended their own titles. Think about that, Dante. I'm sure you already have. Think about that, Amp Unit. What Dante said is so true. The whole title reigns of Asuka and Sasha, think about what they've been doing. Holding the hand of somebody else. Playing around in tag teams. Why is Sasha more concerned with a tag team title than her own singles title? Why is Asuka more concerned with a tag title than her own singles title? But these aren't problems that you're willing to bring to the forefront. I'm being too mean for calling that shit out. Fuck that and fuck you if you think so. Dante Jaron 23, thanks, dude. J Football Alive with another $1.99 up in this bitch toward a Duncan. Sorry, but the Thunderdome is pissing me the fuck off, BC. What do you mean, J Football Alive? You don't like the Thunderdome? It is bad now, bro. I mean, I give them an applause for getting creative and getting something. I know WWE did something out of the box that I'm sure they thought was going to land. I don't think it ever quite landed, but it did help. It's better than just empty arena shit. But you're right, because the product sucks so bad, you watch the Thunderdome and everybody is lethargic, disappointed, depressed, and pretty much sleeping. That's just one of my issues, J Football Alive, with the Thunderdome. But yeah, I thoroughly agree. Jer9 Gaming with another 3 spot. AJ Styles hasn't won on pay-per-view since SummerSlam of 2019. And my boy JR9 Gaming is usually spot on with his statistics. So if JR9 is saying that it's been SummerSlam 2019 since AJ has won a match on pay-per-view, that is fucking pathetic. He's one of the best wrestlers in the world still to this day. JR9 Gaming, befuddling, bro. Unique Butterfly with another 5 spot. Hearing you make your Drew impression always has me in laughs. The Claymore Party, Unique. Unique Butterfly, what do you mean? Are you going to join the Claymore Party? Do you not want to party with a Drew McIntyre? We're going to play our favorite movies like Braveheart and the Smurfs. And we're going to have a party, and it's going to be a Claymore Party with a Unique Butterfly. Glad you like it. Unique. I'm glad I can at least entertain you. This show fucking doesn't. Ray Hunt with a 10 spot. Couple of coffees. I got an idea. Why don't we just trade title opportunities for Cherry Capri Suns? That's still more effort than what they've been doing the last 5 to 10 years. Ray Hunt, I know you say that as a joke, and that is funny, my man, but I would rather, the titles are so meaningless and useless in WWE, I would rather a Cherry Capri Sun half the time than to hold an actual WWE title. I would ask Braun for a Capri Sun and risk getting those hands than asking for a title because the Capri Sun has more value these days than a WWE title, Ray Hunt. And you know I'm right. Thank you, brother, for those 2 coffees. Chelsea Elaine with another 2 spot. AJ Styles needs to be booked properly without Almost. Yeah, I think it's a good thing, man. Like back in the day, Shawn Michaels had Psycho Sid Justice / Sid Vicious. That was WCW Sid Vicious. In WWF, he was Psycho Sid and Sid Justice. Shawn Michaels was attached to him and Big Daddy Cool Diesel Kevin Nash. So I don't mind AJ Styles with Almost, but you could tell they had no direction for them. They just put them together just to put them together. And now they're going for tag titles. Awkward, man. I don't care about Grand Slam champion type shit. AJ Styles was facing Undertaker at last year's Mania. This year, he's in a tag title match. Fuck out of here with that shit. Chelsea, good point. Ashley Steggles, another $9.99. Ashley, rocking it. If The Fiend shoots a spear out of his hand and says, "Get over here," I will personally shout, "Finish him," and say The Fiend wins. Fatality! Listen, I don't even play a lot of games, but I knew what you were talking about, Ashley. I'm an old school Mortal Kombat guy. So a lot of people that know BC doesn't play games, you're probably wondering, damn, how did BC know all that? I love my Mortal Kombat. Ashley, thanks for the coffees. Peyton Joshua 18's up in this butch. Butch? He's up in this butch and bitch. Batch? That's a botch. Peyton Joshua 18, $4.99. Gotta be honest, Fastlane felt like it could have just been matches on Raw and Smack. Yeah, absolutely. It was close in the good, the bad, and the ugly. We had to go to the tiebreaker because Retribution is finally over with. That's the only reason Fastlane got a good from BC. If you watch that review, I called out a lot of shit, bro. But there were some good wrestling matches as well. But you're right, nothing that we couldn't have just saw on Raw and SmackDown. Peyton Joshua 18, thank you, man. Rockstar status, and you notice. Butch and bitch, Lucas Allen. Oh, man, I tell you. Any supers I miss, guys, I'll get you in the next video, all right? I can't get to all of them. RD with a 10 spot. Couple of coffees. Hold on. Yeah, that's RD. I haven't got to that one yet. 10 spot. BC, do you feel as if Vince tried to slow down The Fiend versus Randy momentum before the Alexa match? It seems like they weren't given the bad time slot on Raw to not have pay attention. Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying. Absolutely, RD. It's almost like the last couple weeks before that fucking match, they took the back burner position. And I was like, now is where you need to be turning up the heat, literally and figuratively. So my answer, short answer, RD, thank you for that 10 spot, couple of coffees. My answer, RD, is absolutely. Thank you, brother. Man, Anissa War with a $4.99. Only slightly funny thing was that Xavier Woods played AJ's TNA theme on the trombone and even added yeah. That was funny, Anise. And the chemistry with Almost and AJ Styles, like AJ Styles didn't really know Almost and what he likes, but the New Day does know Almost. So they had a funny interaction. But again, this is all leading to a match that is so pointless. Thank you, Anise. Yeah, that was definitely funny. Couple funny things in that segment. J Football Alive, $1.99. Ray Hunt, you got to catch the human train first. Are we talking about the choo-choo, chugga-chugga, stupid? Thank you, J Football. And Chelsea Elaine, 2 spot. Mortal Kombat Vibes Classics, BC. Loving those games. Yeah, I always love those games. Once in a while, I'll go old school and I'll play Super Mario Bros. Does anybody remember the very first Super Mario Bros. From the original Nintendo? Somebody got this for me. It's a Nintendo Classic. It's a small version of the original Nintendo that I grew up with. And they gave me this little box, and I'm like, what is this supposed to do? I thought it was like a little knick-knack. I didn't think it did anything. And they were like, no, it plays games. And I'm like, you're fucking putting me on. Stop fucking lying to me. I know I suck at technology, but I'm not that stupid, all right? And he's like, no, plug it in and it'll play all the games. And literally, guys, this little box plays all the games that I grew up with. Really fucking cool. It's got Tetris on that shit, Donkey Kong, you name it. Ooh. Peyton Joshua 18, another $9.99, 10 spot, couple of coffees. And Raw had some good matches, but Rhea, just like Charlotte, only had to ask and got a title match. But at least Asuka is actually in the title match. Yeah, at least she has a fucking match. But you're right, just like Charlotte. Remember when Charlotte was just added into to make it a triple threat when Becky Lynch was taking on Ronda? I mean, Vince does not give a fuck about shit making sense or mattering. Peyton Joshua, thank you, dude. Unique Butterfly, another 10 spot. People are always trying to shift blame as well as refusing to see and accept the truth about what is going on in the company. They want to blame bloggers, but at the same time become a blogger. Exactly. If they don't like your opinion, or if you're not agreeing with them, then you're the bad man on YouTube. You're the boogeyman. You're an asshole. Am I? Or am I just talking logic, common sense? Am I the one who's right and they're wrong? Exactly, Unique Butterfly. Thank you for those coffees. Joey's Adventures. What up, dog? 5 spot. Fiend will be the first person to fight both Cena and Orton twice in one-on-one matches at WrestleMania. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Good statistic, Joey's Adventures. I don't even need to fact check that. I think you're exactly correct. Joey's Adventures. That's something to think about. Peyton Joshua 18, another coffee, $4.99, and I will always catch your streams live or after, brother. But I will say Raw had at least some good matches, but Reginald is just not helping the champs. I don't know what Reginald's doing. In fact, we got to get to that right now. Hour number 3. Peyton Joshua, thank you, dude. And I'll get to that right now. We'll start hour number 3 with Drew McIntyre versus Cedric and Shelton. This was a handicap match. McIntyre wins. Cedric and Shelton will be banned from ringside at Mania. Woo! How are we ever going to get to bed tonight? How are we ever going to have a good night's sleep? Knowing that Cedric and Shelton could be at ringside at Mania. Oh no! Good thing we have this handicap match to slice through the BS. So McIntyre wins. Cedric and Shelton will be banned from ringside at Mania. Backstage, Bobby Lashley tells the entire Catering Crusaders that if anybody wants a title shot, all you got to do is ask. Oh wait, I put that there. Sorry, he didn't say that. But that's all you have to do is ask him and he'll give it to you, because that's what WWE does. What he actually said was, if you want a title shot, all you got to do is take Drew Mac out. Now, on one hand, you're thinking, hey, this will be fun for somebody. They're going to get TV time. You saw they panned on a wide shot to all the Catering Crusaders, and you felt bad for them. You had Drew Gulak, Ninja Tozawa, Lucha Summer College House Party, or maybe they're in SmackDown. I don't know. You had all these fucking Catering Crusaders. So on one hand, you're like, good, they're going to get a moment on TV. And then on the other hand, you're like, do I need to see Drew Gulak going for a title a week before Mania? Do I need to see Ninja Tozawa going for, you know what I mean? So I don't understand what this is leading to. A title match right before Mania with Ninja Tozawa, Drew Gulak, or somebody. Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler versus Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose. This was 4 minutes. This is 4 minutes of I don't even know what the fuck. The entire 4 minutes, Reginald was doing flips all around ringside, backflips. This dude just backflips his way through life. If you're a kid in school and you're in like science class, you're looking up at the clock waiting to get out of science class so you can hit the hallway and see your crush, Stacy Fontana, and you're staring out the fucking door into the hallway, and there goes Principal Dugenheimer, and there goes your crush, Stacy Fontana, and there goes backflipping Reginald. You just see this dude backflipping, tumbling down the fucking hallway like a slinky. What the fuck? And then an hour later, you're in biology, and you're looking at the clock, and then out the window, you're in La La Land waiting for school to get out so you can join your buddies and have some fun. And you're staring out that window in biology, and you're staring out to the soccer field, and here comes tumbling, rumbling, backflipping Reginald. You're like, what the is that Reggie? Reggie's backflipping. At the same time Reginald is backflipping, he's like waving to you somehow because he's fucking, it's Reginald, right? You're in the grocery store that night with your fucking mother. You got your milk, you got your fucking eggs, you got Braun Strowman's Capri Suns at Braun's request. And all of a sudden, here comes backflipping Reginald down the frozen aisle. Somebody actually opens up the butter door, and Reginald smacks face first into the fucking butter door. Your mom's like, what a nutcase. And you're like, yeah, that's backflipping Reginald. Backflipping Reginald, yeah, he's a creepy guy. He only hangs around the females. He's really weird. He's never with the dudes. He just kind of creeps around the women. Anyway. What was the point of all that? I don't even know, man. I go on my own little fucking tantrums up there, man. My mic went a little bit fucking low there. Sorry. I gotta be honest with you guys, man. I don't know what Reginald's deal is, but he's kind of hitting creeper status. You know, at some point he's gonna have to like hang around some dudes, build some camaraderie, fight some dudes. You know what I mean? He's always getting in women's faces and shit. It's like, dude, can you take on a dude? Or I don't know. I don't understand. I just don't understand. Hold on. Man, we got some more fucking... So how is this fucking possible, man? How is that fucking possible? Unfucking real. I'll get to you. I'll try to get to all you guys in a second, man. So you have, what do we have? Jax pins Brooks. Brooks? Dana Brooks? Might as well be add an S. Nobody's gonna fucking notice. Nia Jax pins Dana Brooke with a Samoan drop. What enthralling television. Is this gonna lead to a tag title match later in the month with Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose now? Can't wait. Said nobody ever. Rematch from Fastlane between Braun Strowman and Elias is next. Pre-match, Shane McMahon and Elias performed a duet titled Braun is Stupid. It was a music song that Shane and Elias did. It's the Braun is Stupid song. I can't wait till the rematch titled Vince is Even Stupider with an ER at the end. Vince is Stupider. It's the remix version, hopefully being dropped next Tuesday. Braun then comes out and says, no, I'm not. I'm not stupid. Or something like that. I forgot what he said exactly. The match was nearly identical to the match they had 24 hours previous at Fastlane, 4 or 5 minutes in length, ending with Braun power slamming Elias for the W. It's the same exact thing that we saw 24 hours ago. Same match, same outcome. I mean, seriously, dude. Nobody is catching this or cares? BC's the only one that cares? Post-match, Braun challenges Shane to a match at Mania, and obviously Shane accepts, because all you gotta do is say, blah, 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 match with you, and they're gonna say, blah, 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 I accept. That's what we do. So, I mean, I knew that match was gonna happen at Mania, but to set it up over the course of a pay-per-view and a Raw, you have Elias setting it up? That's lack of creativity. If you're willing to dumb yourself down and accept that, that's on you. But don't come to a channel like this and expect BC to do that, because I can't. I refuse. But I don't even think I can drop myself down to that type of stupidity level. Literally, guys. Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, is up next with Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss. It starts off with Randy Orton middle of the ring with a little bit of a bag. Alexa comes at the top of the ramp. The Fiend enters the ring behind Orton. Orton starts spraying gasoline on him. The Fiend is just standing there like, make your move, bitch. And Randy's like, And then Randy sees a moment where he RKOs Bray. And I do love this. I do have to say, man, Randy Orton, it was beautifully done. If you look at the look in Randy's face, it's like, I was going to just like this bitch, but I want to drop you first. And he literally RKOs Bray where he stood. And he turns to Alexa, who's about to get in the ring. And Randy's like, he spent too much time on Alexa. I felt this needed to be done about 5 seconds earlier. But he finally turns around right into his sister Abigail. Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, then points to the fucking sign. Or Alexa does first, I think. And then The Fiend turns to the sign. And 10 seconds later, the graphic shows that that's a match. Randy never accepted. Who issued this match? Was Asuka backstage and she approved it, just like she approved her own title match? Maybe Asuka was backstage and said, yeah, WrestleMania title match, put it on. What? And I love, this is a pro Bray Wyatt channel. And I can't wait to see The Fiend versus Orton at Mania. But we need a little bit more than just an RKO and a sister Abigail. This dude burned you 3 months ago. It took you 3 months to come back. You're all fucking burnt to crisp. And you're just here to give him a Sister Abigail Sunday night, and then the next night, one more Sister Abigail, and you're happy with that? I would have dragged this dude back through the fucking ring, a bunch of smoke and fire goes ablaze, and you're wondering if Randy Orton is even going to be alive the next day. No! It's got to be more. So there you go, man. You talk about being fair in this community. My own boy, right? BC, you're always going to be high on Bray. That's your boy. Well, guess what? My own boy, I'm being critical over. And I know this wasn't just his doing. Vince wanted it to just be this. But I needed more. It's still the best part of Raw. Anybody that tells you Bray Wyatt, Randy, and Alexa is not the best part of Raw, Wow, don't even converse with them. That's not even a difference of opinion. That's that stupidity level I was telling you guys about. That shit you shouldn't even be fucking with. That'll fucking do in your own brain cells, brah. If you noticed, BC, for months now, I don't even communicate with anybody who does not see that Bray Wyatt's the best part of Raw. Because you're never going to get anywhere in life with people like that. And then they try to fucking sell you on their way of thinking. Nah, BC, think of it this way. This is why he's trash. Vince has ruined him, BC. Think of it this way. Seth Rollins, Hell in a Cell, Goldberg, Super Showdown. BC, he'll never be anything. Or BC, I feel this way. So you feel that way, so BC has to feel the same way? Fuck out of here, bruh. I'm talking about facts. When you watch 3 hours of a horror show, and I'm not talking about anything to do with The Fiend, Monday Night Raw is the horror show. Bray Wyatt is the best fucking part with Alexa and Randy. That's just a fact. People that don't like to deal in facts and like to live in opinionated worlds, I don't want to fuck with that. I don't have to. I ain't going to. Fuck out of here. So, Bray Wyatt, Randy, and Alexa absolutely crushed it last night. Round of applause. But I needed a little bit more than just a Sister Abigail, and on top of that, I hate how the graphic was shown 20 seconds later. And that was Monday night. Fucking hurrah. All right. I got done with all three out. Thank you, guys. Guys, we were over 300, near 400 a couple of occasions throughout this entire stream. Hundreds live during the middle of the afternoon. Thousands will tune in later, and we are going toward 275 on the likes. What an afternoon, man. They always say, BC, nobody's going to tune in the afternoon, BC. BC, you got to do it after the event. I said, I don't care if 25 people show up. Thousands will catch this later, so we're good. No, hundreds show up live. Thousands later. You guys are the fucking best, man. Thank you. Oh, we got a lot more supers. This ain't done yet. Hold on. We got Chelsea Elaine with another 2-spot. Hell did I watch in the video of Reginald and Nia. Yeah. Him and his backflips, Chelsea Elaine. I never know what I'm watching with this dude. J Football Alive, $1.99 spot, The Fiend versus Sub-Zero. Book that shit, Warner Bros. J Football Alive, I'll be handing my money over at that point. Darian Works, 10 spot. Couple of coffees, Darian Works. Good to have you up in here. Thanks, brah. BC, you and Jim Cornette are the only personalities that are honest about today's wrestling. I won't tune until the crowd returns, but I will keep tuning in for y'all's honest content. Thanks, bro. RTG, Red Team, go! Thank you for those words, Darian Works. Jim Cornette has his fans and he has his detractors, but Jim Cornette has always been a genius when it comes to pro wrestling and a very, very big voice in the community. So I thank you for putting me, you know, somebody who just started this over 4 years ago at a time where the tube was in flux. You know, I didn't start this like a lot of other people did 10 years ago. This was just over 4 years ago. We started it. We had a really rough year. We got booted. We came back stronger than ever, I feel, in 2017. But YouTube was pretty much fucked up at that point. And it literally would take people off without them knowing about it, off the subscription list. It wouldn't push my vids. So everything that I've earned on here, we did this together and we scratch and clawed for it. So for you to put me in the category of people like Jim Cornette, Darian Works, that means a lot. And I appreciate it. I appreciate the words. And I'm glad that I entertain you. Equal to or even better at times than Jim Cornette. I appreciate those words, dude. Thanks, brother. Peyton Joshua 18 with another $4.99 spot. That stipulation made no sense to me. Since literally right before Drew's match, Bobby said he didn't even want or need their help. So confused. Thank you, Peyton Joshua 18. You just came up with another hole in their whole logic gap system. Because that's what it is. It's an LGS. It's a logic gap system. Bobby says, I don't want anybody's help. And then he goes right out there and he says, anybody that can take him out. So I don't want your help. I'm going to go find, I think that's what, I don't want your help. I'm going to find somebody that can help me. But even before that match, he told them, I didn't want help. So now he does want help. And it's like what happened Sunday night. What happened Sunday? It was something just like that, guys. I went over it in the good, the bad, and the ugly. Bianca Belair. Remember Bianca told Sasha, or no, this was on SmackDown Friday night. It was Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax for the championship. And backstage, Bianca Belair told Sasha Banks, don't think I'm going out there to help you tonight. 10 minutes later, Bianca Belair went out there to help her. And I hate to blame Bianca because she's just doing what she was told to do in the promo. I blame Vince for allowing this to happen. It's making them look like idiots. The superstars are looking like nerds. Rhea shows up on her first night and says, I want this title match. She asks for it and she gets it. Every other wrestler now looks like an idiot. All I had to do was ask for a title match. Peyton Joshua 18, absolutely do. Thanks for another coffee. MVP status personified. Chelsea Elaine with another 2-spot. Take my money if I see Scorpion MK versus The Fiend. Yeah, I just said that about Sub-Zero. Take my money with Scorpion. Give me some Mortal Kombat. You guys remember Kippy Hokley done though, man. I don't know how you do that realistically. I think The Fiend is as far as you can go supernaturally. I don't think you can actually have Mortal Kombat characters. You guys remember Glacier in WCW? He was right out of Mortal Kombat. His name was Glacier. Google that shit. YouTube it. Do what you gotta do. You'll thank me or say, BC, why did you make me do that? Because it'll make your head hurt. But yeah, thank you, Chelsea. Peyton Joshua 18, another $3.99 coffee. Got too amped when Reginald got involved again. Operative word there, Peyton Joshua 18. Again, no doubt, bro. Ray Hunt with a coffee 5-spot. I nearly choked on my drink laughing at your Reginald rant. When I do a Reginald rant, Ray Hunt. Oh, in this video, yeah, 10 minutes ago. I don't know where that came from. I just pictured, these are the things I think about during the, like Reginald is just backflipping through every part of your life. You're at school, he's backflipping. You're at work, looking out the window, he's back. Your supermarket, he's backflipping down the frozen aisle. This is the way my mind works, Ray Hunt. Thanks, brother, for that coffee. Peyton Joshua 18, another coffee, $4.99. Does Elias ever really do anything? So focused on his music, and I noticed the same. I asked my wife, why have a rematch if it ends the same? Literally, Peyton Joshua 18, nothing was different. Only then I think they gave them 2 more minutes. Fastlane, Elias and Braun was 4 minutes. Last night was 6 minutes. Same ending, same everything else. So, I have no fucking idea, man. And yeah, he's only concerned with his music because that's all Vince will allow him to do. Go out there and strum along on your guitar. Strum on things. Do things with that thing on your lap. Yeah. Sing words. That's all Vince will allow. Elias had a bright future, we thought. 76 times, and all 76 times Vince ruined it like he does everybody. Carlos Ray, 5-spot coffee, I gotta give you some Howard Finkel. Carlos Ray! That was a pretty good Howard Finkel. Gotta go, BC. Great show. Salute to you and the AMP unit. Much love and respect. Till next time. Red team, go! Carlos, kick some ass today, brother, in that world. Appreciate you tuning into the stream, and I appreciate the coffees as always. You don't even need to. Just show up, smash that like, beat Carlos. I'm good. Thank you, brother. J Football Alive, a $1.99 spot. Elias, Vince is stupid. Elias, Vince is stupid featuring Cryback, Shady Davy. Shady Davy, Cryback. Oh, this is gonna be a collaboration hit single. Vince is stupid by Elias next week. I'm with it. J Football Alive. Slamming Sammy Joe, 5-spot coffee. Reggie is used to be a gang member in St. Louis, where I live, before he left and joined the circus. I'm happy for him. Now he is in WWE. He's got kids. I got kids. You guys remember Heath Slater? Yeah, Slammy Sammy Joe. I don't mind Reginald. I just think there's gonna come a time where he's got to do something with the dudes to get. I mean, it's almost creeper status. Like, even Naomi was on commentary, and she's like, why is this dude always around us females? You know what I mean? Like, there's playing Rico Suave, and then there's creeper status. Reginald is towing that line, and he's been crossing that shit. Slamming Sammy Joe. I agree. I do like Reginald, though. A bit, anyway. Unique Butterfly, 5-spot coffee. Between Reggie and Nia, who really wears the pants here? Their parking makes absolutely... Oh, their pairing maybe makes no sense. No chemistry, no build, nothing. Don't tell Vince that, Unique Butterfly. What do you mean it makes no sense? I thought about it myself. I was sitting there with Michael P.S. Hayes, and I said, hey, you know what? Put Reggie with Nia. It's the best shit since sliced bread. It's the best shit since BC's YouTube channel. Don't tell Vince, that unique butterfly. All right, we're above 270 on the likes. Thank you, guys, man. Still almost 300 live. Guys, the review is done, so anybody that got shit to do, man, you could take off now. We're just shooting the shit, doing some supers. Thank you, guys, though, man. Or restart the stream when it's up on the channel, and you'll get the whole review. So thank you, guys, man. But the review is indeed over. I just saw how many. There's hundreds still here live. We're just going over some supers, guys. Thank you. Chelsea Elaine, 2-spot. Thanks for the recommend on Vic DiBenedetto. Yeah, if you guys, right here on YouTube, it's a guy named Vic DiBenedetto. D-I-B-I-T-E-T-T-O. Vic. He's the coffee guy. Coffee! Who wants some coffee? I love it, man. He's hilarious. He just flips out. You think BC flips out in the car about wrestling, man? This guy will get in his car and he'll just start flipping the fuck out on who knows what. You're welcome, Chelsea. Thank you for that 2-spot. War Dog, 5-spot. Coffee. War Dog says, man, this was a fun Claymore Party live chat. Here's another frap on me. Ready, go. Thank you, War Dog, man. Great having you up in here. And I probably will get a frap next. That sounds pretty good. It's getting warmer here in the city. Unique Butterfly, 5-spot. I don't think that Vince is stupid, LOL. But I do believe that he is doing things on purpose to agitate the fans. He's just that petty, stubborn. And you said the operative word. I don't know about stupid. I think there is some age that is settling in, making him a little bit more stupid than he's been previous. But I absolutely agree with that other S word, stubborn. And he doesn't want to hear about what he's doing wrong because in his mind, he's doing the right shit and we're all wrong. Unique Butterfly, thank you. Tom Buff, 199. They're saving Bray sending Randy to hell for WrestleMania. We'll see, Tom Buff. We did talk about that. I believe it was last live stream. I don't know. But yeah, Tom Buff, I'm hoping, man, they do something big at Mania. I would have done without the graphic right after he dropped Orton last night. Thank you, Tom Buff. Man, I tried to get as much supers as I could, guys. There's going to be some that I did not get to. I will get them later, obviously, when they get into the final page, which usually happens on live stream. It takes about an hour, and I will give you guys a separate shout out in the next video. So if I missed any supers, don't worry. I got the coffee. I thank you, and I'm gonna give you a special thank you shout out in the next vid. So don't worry if I missed your super. You guys just did amazing, man. Almost a fucking G note in supers. I'm not even joking. It's fucking nuts. You guys are fucking awesome. So, yeah, that's my little PSA, man. If I miss anybody, I'll get you in the next vid. I think there's even more coming in, though, man. I'm not even joking. I thought I just got caught up. J Football Alive with another $1.99. Done correctly, Lashley and Brock would be epic. Of course. It's not something you can just have Brock show up this Monday with 1 week before Mania and say that's the match now. No, but yeah, absolutely, J Football Live. That was the match that should have been 2 years ago when Lashley came back. But no, Vince didn't see the fucking vision. Jacqueline Robinson, 15er. Thank you for your live stream. It is very much appreciated, and the facts. Thank you, Jacqueline Robinson, for tuning in. Honestly, I mean that. All my AMP unit members. Man, you guys are just not even just getting the Ant-Man a coffee. I mean, I don't need you to get me a coffee. I can get my own fucking coffee. The fact that you guys go out of your way to show that love and support and respect is so cool. But even if you don't, just being in the chat and talking amongst one another, showing the love, just even if you are shy and you don't speak in the chat, just the like, man. Just hitting a fucking like button is so cool, I feel. You know what I mean? I just can't thank you guys enough. So Jacqueline Robinson, that thank you and respect is put right back on you. Thank you very much. Peyton Joshua 18. With another $4.99 coffee. I always try and tune into the AMP unit, and hold on, let me try that again. That might be a BC botch. I always try and tune into the AMP unit. I've gotten into coffee now. Oh, I've gotten into coffee now. Always staying amped in terms of retribution. I'm excited that it's over. Me and you both, Peyton Joshua 18. Retribution was done from the beginning. Vince knew it, but he was too stubborn to break them up. And now he has enough people in his ear saying, bro, we have to end this now. We're ruining Dijakovic. We're ruining Ali. We're ruining fucking Mia Yim. And nobody even gives a fuck about Ass Jack or Ass Slap or whatever the fuck that guy's name is in Mace. I thought I told you that we won't stop with Puff Daddy Mace. Nobody cares, you know what I mean? So that it had to happen, Peyton Joshua 18. We're all ecstatic about it. And I don't know if I'm glad that I got you into coffee. That's not my goal, is to get you guys into coffee. I'm not saying it's the healthiest thing. Believe it or not, I used to have a problem with my heart. I'm not going to get into it because I'm not going to bore you guys with any sappy shit. I had a problem with my heart. Now, a lot of people, coffee gives people heart problems. With me, when I started pounding coffees, my heart problem was cured, or at least no longer an issue. How weird is that? So I found that this is actually my, this is my spinach to what Popeye would want or need. Yeah. Thank you, Peyton Joshua 18. J Football Alive 199. Reggie trying out for the next Spider-Man film. Oh, bro. He could be trying out for the fucking next cheerleading competition down in Orlando. All the high school cheerleading girl squads, they all go to Orlando twice a year for cheerleading competitions. Don't be surprised if you see in the background Reginald fucking doing backflips around the whole fucking staging area. Look at me, guys. As he's backflipping, he's waving at people. We got a problem. Breaker C4, we have a problem. Reginald is back. Well, fuck. What is he doing? What do you think? He's backflipping again. Non-stop, and he's waving, and he's... Oh, shit. He's on the stage. Jackson, we need extra security. He's back on the stage. What's he doing on the stage? He's backflipping, George. I told you. J Football Lot, thank you. Big Nang, 5 spot. Remember when Vince put a bounty on Austin, Rumble, and Triple H put a bounty on Goldberg, but when Bobby and the Hurt Business doing it to Drew, just horrible. Yeah, well, it was the difference there, Big Nang, is it was much better back in the day with people like Austin and Goldberg. Bobby isn't quite there at that level yet, but yeah, mind-boggling would be the fucking word. Chelsea Lane, 2 spot. Now I am picturing half wrestlers in MK. Finish him in Mortal Kombat. Yeah, this is the way I think anyway. Chelsea, welcome to my world. Nemesis Frost. Hey, Nemesis. I remember you from many live streams ago. What the fuck happened? You get fucking... Did you go away with Bray? 999, a couple coffees. Nemesis Frost. Hey, BC, back from the day. Yeah, seriously, man. Glad I was able to catch a live. Made a mini debut this past weekend. Main thing I'm looking for... So for Mania is Sasha and Bianca. Too bad they can't main event. Well, there is a hashtag. Don't be surprised. At first, Vince didn't want Ronda Rousey and Becky in the main event until he put Charlotte in there and he saw all the commotion, and then he knew that he had to put the women there. Same thing here, even though right now scheduled is Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre, main event of night number 1. Don't be surprised if this hashtag catches wildfire and Sasha and Bianca becomes the main event. So you never know, Nemesis Frost. Thank you. That $9.99. Good to see you up in the chat after a while. J Football Alive 499 BC. If could have any fictional character take on the Fiend at Mania, who would it be, and what type of match would you have them compete in? Take on any fictional character. Take on the Fiend. I mean, I always loved the character like Michael Myers. That's why I love The Undertaker. The Undertaker, a lot of what The Undertaker did, old school Undertaker, was origins of Michael Myers. You guys look when he sits up and he does the quick neck thing where he stares at you. That was stolen from Michael Myers. So I always love that. So I hate to give you an easy answer here, J Football Live, but it would be Michael Myers from the movie Halloween series. Or Jason Voorhees from the Friday the 13th series. Or Freddy Krueger from Friday the 13th. That's Jason Voorhees. Nightmare on Elm Street in that series. So again, these are pretty common answers, but those are the characters that I love. And hearing that from BC, it's pretty much not shocking to anybody why I love Bray Wyatt and The Fiend so much. Because I love those type of characters. And as far as a match, man, what have they done? What have we not seen? I mean, they even burned somebody in the middle of the ring. So I don't know, J Football Alive. I really don't know what match is left, you know? I mean, they're too fucking horror-ish to have a Chaos at Costco match. But we've already seen... What was those basement brawl matches between Mankind and Kane? it was like Basement Brawl, right? Where you would see all that creepy type of shit. We've had Inferno Fire matches. We've had Burn Your Opponent Alive matches. We've had Buried Alive matches. So maybe Buried Alive, I guess J Football Live. But I don't know what's left. Thank you, brother. Chelsea Lane, another 2-spot. Wrestlers are now shipped off to catering. Like Ricochet. Period. Exactly, Chelsea. 100%. Kevin Langoff, 10 spots, says, so this hashtag main event Banks vs. Belair started trending last night. For Sasha and Bianca to main event. Retweet if you want them to main event. Yeah, I was just talking about that, Kevin. And it picked up steam. It was at like number 6 last night. So I'm guessing it's going to keep picking up steam. Now, does Vince McMahon go the PC way and make sure that he doesn't ruffle any feathers and shows that he's utilizing the women just like the men? For PC purposes, Vince McMahon may actually put Sasha Banks and Bianca into that main event slot. So we'll see if this hashtag works. Brandon Gulledge, 299. Hey, BC, heard RVD for Hall of Fame. What are your thoughts? More than deserving. Absolutely. RVD's badass, man. He's kick-ass. So, yeah, if you're talking about deserving, which I hate that word in pro wrestling, RVD is that dude. Thank you, Brandon. Peyton Joshua 18, 299, Bad Bunny versus Miz. We will see. Yeah, we will, brother. I don't think anybody wants to see it. Maybe some people, big-time Bad Bunny fan and big-time Miz fans, maybe. But we'll see, man. Boiler room. What'd I say? Basement room? I just saw the chat. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Yeah. I admit that Cedric helped sell that Claymore from Drew. Victor Miller, $4.99 coffee. Thank you, Victor. Absolutely, man. Cedric fucking... Well, Cedric's good, though. I mean, are you surprised Cedric sold like a mother? Cedric knew he was about to get squashed 2-on-1 and you're going to lose. And he still went out there to make Drew McIntyre look badass. That is a good wrestler. Thank you, Victor. Darren Works, 5-spot coffee. Darian Works. You got to get amplified for the nonsensical BS. That's why coffee helped your heart. I know. It had the adverse effect than most people with caffeine. I seem to get stronger, more amplified, more badass, more fucking wild with my caffeine. For most people, it just either wakes them up a little or it gives them heart palpitations or whatever the fuck. Darian Works, thank you. I think I got everybody, man. No, I did not. Chelsea up here with another 2-spot. Heads kicked off. I'm a Claymore hashtag. That's Drew McIntyre's new fucking hashtag. I'm a Claymore. Who wants to claim a party? Hey guys, much love and respect. Thank you for this over almost 2.5-hour stream. I can't believe, man, we fucking rocked it. You guys fucking rocked it. And now I have to go catch my fucking breath, man. Another coffee, absolutely, but even some fucking water, because I got a lot of business to take care of tonight. So another fucking coffee is on tap. Some more ass whooping tonight, and we'll talk later in the week. We got SmackDown coming up. We got WrestleMania coming up in just 2 weeks. Hard to believe. So yeah, man, we gotta go kick ass. Thank you, everybody, in the middle of the afternoon on a Tuesday. Almost 300 we pulled live. We almost pulled in fact, we're right there, man. 300 live on the fucking ups, guys. Thousands of people will be tuning in later and seeing how much ass we kicked during this fucking stream. And that's all. We just surpassed 300 live. We're going to 325 now. On our road to 400 on the ups. Still, a few hundred of you, even though we've just been shooting the shit and going over some supers, still a few hundred of you still checking the stream out. I can't thank you guys enough, man. This is fucking awesome. Unique Butterfly with another 10-spot couple of coffees. Retribution needed to be over. They were neither epic like NWO or entertaining as DX. No championships. Nothing. Do not expect to see Retribution to be in the Hall of Fame in the future. No, not even in the discussion, Unique Butterfly. I absolutely agree with you. But like I always say, Unique Butterfly, they were doomed from day one with that type of bullshit that Vince had them bring. Much love, guys. I'm out of here. Darian Works, thank you. Beast Morgan. JR9 Gaming, Lucas Allen, Big Nang, Damonte, Tameo the Gamer, Chelsea Lane, Mary Applewhite 3, or Marie, my bad, Janelle, Dylan, I got Lucas Allen, right? Yeah. Cornelius Hill. Warrior Nation. What up, Warrior Nation? Suntivia Major. Brandon Gouledge. Thank you for the coffees. Jacqueline Robinson, the same. Triple J 82882. Woo. J Football Alive. Thank you for the chats, man, and hanging out in the coffees. J Football Alive. Always good to see you up in here. Chelsea Elaine. Thank you for the coffees and shooting the shit with BC. I see the coffees that Chelsea is putting out there. Joseph Ramos, Sean 1986, Damian Swampy, Pimp Jesus, what up? Dave Mealy, what up? We'll check you. All right, guys, that's it. I can't get to everybody, man. This thing's going fucking fast. We still got a couple fucking 100+ of you guys. So you know, man, all my tried and trues. If everybody was in here or not, man, SOS, I don't know if you were up in here. Boss Mania Powers. Blueprint Nation, whichever you're under at that point. Vicky Hess, I know I saw you earlier. Jennifer Pierce, I don't know if you were up in here. I was ranting a lot of this 2.5 hours, so I wasn't able to see who was up in here. Peyton Joshua 18, MVP status. Thank you, Peyton Joshua 18. Big Nang, MVP status, as always. There's Blueprint Nation. Yeah, brother. Blueprint, we'll check you. Patrick, we'll check you. Eddie, check you. And everybody, yeah, everybody. I can't get, we'll be here another fucking half an hour. Salute, guys. We'll do this real soon in the fucking future. Stay on the lookout, too. You should be subscribed anyway, but be on the lookout. I'll probably have an impromptu video way before SmackDown this weekend. So be on the lookout. We're headed toward 325 on the ups. You guys rock. For now, the Ant-Man. Think, be, live. Ow, ow. Ow, 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 ow. Amplified. Check you later.